Hello. I don't think anyone's here. I was going to film this as a regular video, and I suddenly thought, you know what? That's going to be an awful lot of editing, and I have no idea how long that's going to take me. And I would like a video to go up today. Now, I have finished the jumpsuit. Oh, there's one person here. Hello. I have finished the jumpsuit, and I have got some of the editing done for that, and I thought, you know what? I've done a lot of pattern reviews and things over the last couple of weeks. Let's do something slightly different. Justin UK, hello. Karen's here, hi. Oh wow, 9 people. Wow. So yeah, I thought today this week has been a weird week for me, a really weird week for me, and I have no idea why. Maverick60 says hi. Laura says hi. Catrice says hello. Good morning. Good hello. Welcome. Yeah, I have been waffling at the camera, but it just when I came to edit it, it was really dull because the majority of the stuff I was doing was either super secret squirrel dress, which is finished, and you've got a little sneaky peek there, or finishing off the licorice dress, which went up yesterday, or working on the jumpsuit, and all of those was for separate videos. And so like the waffle, there wasn't really anything in the waffle that I don't know, I was boring myself this week. Desi's here, Barbara's here, hello. So yeah, I didn't put any waffles out, which wasn't the plan. I had intended to, but I yeah, I just wasn't feeling it for some reason. And I really liked how yesterday's video came out, and I'm really pleased with that dress. I really like that dress. And yeah, I just thought today, and I did finish the jumpsuit yesterday, which I can show you. But I just thought I'll do something slightly different today. I am so pleased that I unpicked that leafy piece of fabric, because that leaf bugged the crap out of me. So yeah, jumpsuit is finished. I really like it. So the video for this will be coming soon. I'm trying to not let its trousers drag on the floor because it's just getting really dirty. So I'm trying to tuck them up because there's lots of just little bits of fluff all over the floor in here, which, I mean, of course there is. It's a sewing room. So yeah. So I thought, what do I want to do today? And I wanted to have something go up on the channel today. And let's see. Kylie's here, says it's wonderful seeing you on a Saturday. Oh, this is good. Sandy says good morning, peeps. Good morning. Crockett TP says hey everyone. Priscilla, Pamela. I get it wrong every time, don't I? Barbara says yay for a finished jumpsuit. So yeah, I wanted something to go up on the channel today, and I was thinking about it last night, and I was thinking, like, what could I do that would be interesting? And then I thought, you know what I want to do, I want to go through my coating fabrics and actually kind of like properly make plans for them, because I've got a bunch of stuff in there that I've been given. I've got a bunch of stuff in there that's scraps and leftovers. I've got some specific pieces of fabric for specific patterns. So I wanted to sit down, make a note of, do I need to buy zips? Do I need to buy interfacing? Do I need to buy buttons, etc., etc.? Do I need lining? And I thought that I was going to do that as a video, and then I thought I kind of fancy just sort of sitting and chatting with you guys in real time, and rather than trying to do it as something that I then have to edit and then get up, and then so yeah, I thought let's do a little impromptu live hangout. And then I tried to spell impromptu and failed miserably, so I put spontaneous instead. Because yes, I was having one of those days where it's just like, how do I do the thing? I thought it would be fun for you guys to either have me on waffling in the background. I would love to get your opinions on some of the plans that I have. So yeah. Barbara says, yay for the finished jumpsuit. Thank you. Leslie says, hi, Sean. Nice to see you on a Saturday. Hello. Priscilla says, yes, Priscilla, I got it right. Yay. David Arove says, hi, nice to see you on a Saturday. Looking fab in green. Thank you. Though I feel all Sunday like. Yes, there will be a hangout tomorrow as well. Tomorrow, I want to go through my shorter lengths of fabric because I've kind of forgotten what's in there. And when I went to look for that pansy print lawn the other day when we on Sunday, and I couldn't find it, it was just like, oh crap. And there's stuff in there that is not just tops, there's stuff in there that could be waistcoats and things like that. So yeah, tomorrow is going to be another fabric fondling Sunday, and we're going to sort out my shorter lengths of fabric because at the moment they are a mess. So yeah. Barbara says green is your color. Thank you. Creative Lady B says good morning. Good morning. Silver Fox says evening. Bonus hangout. Yes, bonus hangout. I have munchies. I have a drink. So I have a glass of water as well. Haven't had to take any painkillers today, so that's something that's nice. I went to the chiropractor on Monday, and it was a really interesting experience. Yeah, he managed to make the pain go from here to here, which was new and interesting. And they do say a change is as good as a rest. So it was one of those ones where it was like, ooh, but it was, I've had a pretty much permanent headache since. So yeah, I'm meant to be going and seeing him again on Monday. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Creative Lady B says, I never catch you live. This almost makes up for the coffee disaster this morning. Coffee disaster? Oh no. David Arave says, Sean, random question. What is your favourite outfit the Queen wore or other members of the royal family? I always loved the fact that the Queen wore bright colours, and I love the fact that she said, well, I can't wear beige, can I? Because then nobody will see me. So she always wore bright colours so that she was easily visible in a crowd for people who were very far away. They could be like, I've seen the Queen, because, you know, I love the fact that she wore all the bright colours. And when she was younger, some of her evening gowns were stunning. Absolutely stunning. I really like Kate Middleton's style. Well, obviously she's not Middleton anymore, is she? I like the Princess of Wales now. Wow. Yeah, I like her style very much. I do like Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. I'm getting all their names right because they've all changed, haven't they? I do like her style as well. Princess Margaret always had amazing style too. So yeah, yeah. David Rove says, yes, she did. And I think she really pulled off yellow well. But yes, a stunning woman, Her Majesty. Yes. Debbie says, Princess Margaret had a stunning wardrobe. Yes, yes, she did. Yes, she did. She did indeed. So Silver Fox says, bit mind-bending that we have a Princess of Wales again. I know. First person to hold the title since his mum. So, yeah. Yeah, it's, yeah. Dave Narrator, they say Margaret was the Diana of her day. I can imagine she was a definite clothes horse. She had some beautiful clothes. Yeah. I mean, they all did. They all did. Like, they will do. So, yes. But coat fabrics. So, what I'm thinking is I will get out the coat fabrics that I've got, which means I do need to move a few bits and pieces around a little bit. And then I'll show you what I'm thinking and try and work out if I have enough fabric to do what I'm thinking, and if I need, like I say, to buy any lining or interlining or interfacing and stuff like that. I probably will need interfacing because I don't have very much coat interfacing in stock. And I'm just trying to think, should I actually might put you up here. I'm going to put you on a little box up there, and we'll move around and do it on the table so that I can measure fabrics as well. So we'll come around here. But I got my notes book. And we will need to move a few things around so that we can get at stuff. I have no idea how long we're going to hang out for today. I just, like I say, really fancied having a play in the fabric. Right. Need to make sure that I don't roll over any of my other projects. With my little rolling rack, move along a little bit. Okay. Here goes nothing. Creating fabric is so heavy. Okay. Now, this first one, I am not sure about. It's a good start, isn't it? So, this is the Pauline Alice Hemispheric coat, which I think is absolutely gorgeous and very much my style. Very much my style. And it has little inseam pockets in the front, princess seams here. I think they can be classed as princess seams. So I actually have plans for 2 of these. And I'm not sure about that. So let's have a think about this and see what you guys think as well. Let's see, where did I get to with the chat? Oh, I'm all caught up with the chat. That's good, that's good. So, right, I have this clotted cream wool that I got from Lady McElroy, and it is almost sheer, so I would have to interline this. And I do have some white cotton flannel to interline it with. And I got this as a remnant, and there was 3 meters of it, and this pattern requires 3 meters of 150 wide, so I have exactly the right amount of this. Now I was thinking about, oh, is the chat gone? I've lost the chat. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Oh. How did I do this? Okay. There you are. The chat disappeared. I couldn't see it. I was like, oh no. Creative Lady B says, ooh, love that coat. Me too. Yvonne says, hi everyone. What a treat, an unplanned live chat. I hope everyone's well. Very well, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Catherine says, hello all, nice to be here. Thank you for joining us, Catherine. So I was going through when we were talking about my make 9 for next year, because at the moment I have 2 left to do. One is cut out and one is planned for next month. Silver Fox says, bit hard to offer advice you won't see. No, but you can write it down. Am I missing something? I probably am missing something. So when I was going through the plans for the make 9, I was talking about maybe doing some of my charm patterns, because I have all of the Patreon patterns for the last 2.5 years, and then the majority with the chat missing. Yes, no, that would have been difficult to see. I found it again though. I have a lot of her printed patterns. I am missing a couple of the newer ones, like the Bryant gown and the little Bolero, Dorothy Bolero. There's a few that I'm missing, but I have the majority of those patterns. So I was thinking that might be a good idea. And then I was thinking, one of the patterns is this the Scout cape. So it's like a little cape that comes to here. Let's see, grab my phone. See if we can see if we can find some pictures of it, because that one I haven't had printed out yet. Charm Scout cape pattern images. Yes, here we go. So she's done this like little cape with faux fur around it. Now I think that would look amazing over this. The trouble is that little cape is actually very fabric hungry, and the hood is even more fabric hungry, because what I was thinking was I'd make the hemispheric coat in this and then do the little cape to go over the top with the hood and faux fur all around the collar, but I don't have enough fabric to do both of those things. Sorry. And so I'm trying to think, what do I do instead? Because I do have some navy wool here, and I can't remember how much of this navy wool I've got, but I have bought the zips for both this coat and the navy one, because they were both supposed to be the hemispheric coat. I think I bought more than 3 meters of the navy, so I'm thinking maybe I should see if I could do the cape in the navy as well. I think I can get more of the navy. I looked on Lady McElroy and they don't have any more of this clotted cream wool. Like I said, I did buy it as a remnant. So the other side of things is as well, how many of these do I need? Do I need 2 of them? No, I don't. I have so many coat patterns that I probably ought to try and, you know, make unique coats with them rather than repeats. I have made repeat of my princess coat. I've done my wool version and I have done my cotton twill version, and that's great, but I'm thinking probably ought to not just make repeats of the same coats. So I'm thinking maybe we should have a look through my coat pattern stash and see if there is another one that I can do with 3 meters of this clotted cream wool, and then also like a cream coat. How stupid am I for doing that? But then I can always Scotch guard it, couldn't I? Yeah. So I know which lining I want to use for this fabric as well. This is really shit, so it's definitely going to have to be interlined. And I have got the cotton flannel to interline it. I've got 5 meters here, so the 2 layers of this should mean that it doesn't end up being see-through, because the lining fabric I want to use, and I've got my slippers on that are too big for me, which is why it sounds like I'm dragging my feet. I'm not really dragging my feet. The lining fabric I want to use is this fruity satin that I got from Lanzarote. So it's not too dark, and I'm thinking with with the cotton, words are hard, with the cotton flannel, there we go, that's the word I was looking for, with the cotton flannel, I think that this lining would look great with this outer with the clotted cream. I think that would be a really nice, and this is slippery enough that I could use this for the arms as well as the body of the lining. So, and I have 3 meters of it, so I've got 3 meters of both of these. So I need to have a look and see how much of this navy I've got. I think I might have bought 3 meters of this navy coating as well. This is a much thicker coating. Yeah, this is much thicker. So I'm thinking maybe this one ought to be something that's got like some flare or drape to it. I think I might have 3 meters of this one as well. Again, this is a Lady McElroy. Oh, it's so lovely. That's so lovely. How much of this do I have? I've got 1, yeah, 3 and a bit. Ugh. And even just getting this on the floor for a second, I have got fluff all over it. It is looking black on screen, but I promise it's a really pretty navy color. And again, I have the zip for this already. This wouldn't need to be interlined. It's basically got mum's dressmaker's ball gown remnants all over it now, because it's such a bulky fabric. I couldn't remember how much of it I'd got. So just over 3 meters. But like I said, I think I can get more of this. So I think this as the hemispheric coat. Yeah, this is the hemispheric coat. I think this has got some cashmere in it, if I remember rightly. And then I've got, now, I've got choices for linings. I'm totally going to regret this later. So I've either got this cream and polka dot, and this is navy satin, or I have got this amazing hot air balloon whale fabric from Lithuania. Duvalet sent this to me. I paid for it, but she sent it to me. Now, this one I have 5 meters of, so I obviously would have more than I would need for this navy coating. What do you guys think? Hot air whales, or hot air balloon with whales, or polka dots? What do you think? What do you think? So let's see. Rachel Lynn says, good morning. Good morning. Good grief, 75 of you. Catherine says, ooh. Kylie says, I made a cream wool coat using Closet Core Claire pattern. I get tons of wear out of it and haven't stained it yet. Barbara N says, I like your combination. Thank you. Silver Fox says, the flannel should stop the lining showing. Yes, definitely. Priscilla says, that would be cute. Rachel Lynn says, I love that navy. This navy is glorious. Lollapalooza says, oh no, it froze. Has it unfrozen? I think it has. Dave on a Rave says, it would look amazing with clotted cream, nature themed and neutral, yet stunning at the same time. Dave on a Rave says, have you got any sellotape, Sean, that will remove the fluff and other debris? Yes, I actually have a proper lint roller somewhere in here. At least I did have. I've got one of those somewhere. Catherine says, I like the balloons. The navy polka dot is very much Channel's Bowden, which isn't a bad thing. No, and this I do have. I like this, and this could go with other things. Now, see, the thing is, if I can get more of this navy wool, I could do the Gertie cape, because I think like that little cape that comes to there with the hood and this is the faux fur trim around the cape, and what I'm thinking is that I would try and do some sew-in magnets at the kind of like the collar here. So we'd have sew-in magnets there, and then the cape has a closure, but like little magnets on the inside of the cape as well, so that they would hold on to each other. And then the little cape over this with the hood, and then the cape would obviously go with other things. But if I did the hot air balloon lining, I've got enough to do the cape lining in this as well. And then have this as the fluff, the faux fluff. Like that. And then it's extra warmth for those really chilly days that we don't have very often, but we do get every now and again. And then the cape obviously could be used by itself as well. I think I think that's actually what I will do. This is the softest stuff ever. And I bought, how much of this did I get? I got 1/2 meter of this, so I've got more than enough. Could probably make myself a little like muff with this as well, actually. So yeah. Well, I think that combination is what I'm thinking. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Michelle says like balloon fabric, definitely. Silver Fox says, ooh, that whale fabric is a blast. Yeah. Lala Please, it says hot air balloons. Jewel says hi, hello. Dave Morave says sellotape, an underrated cleaning product for soft material. Yes, definitely. Priscilla says polka dots are safe, but the whale fabric would be nice on the inside. Yeah, the trouble is I don't have enough of the polka dots if I do the cape, and I think this combination is going to look really nice together because the length of the cape is really going to show off the waist of this coat. I think this combination is going to look really cute. And like I say, if I put like little sew-in magnets in at the neckline just to kind of really make sure that it holds on, I think that's the way I want to go. I think that's what I want to do with this one. Let's see. Valencia says, love the polka dots for the navy coat. Me too. I do like the idea, but I do think I'm kind of leaning towards my hot air balloon whales. Barbara says, I think the navy polka dots. Claudette says, love all things polka dot. Don't worry, there's other things that these polka dots can get used for. Leslie says polka dot would look lovely. Daisy Chain Stitcher says hello from Enschede. Thank you. You reminded me how to pronounce that. How lovely to see you live on a Saturday. Oh, I'm so glad you guys have joined. It's 69 of us. Wow. I was expecting like maybe 2 or 3 people. Rachelyn says, ooh, hot air balloons, and I love that faux fur. Debbie's here. Hi. Hello, darling. Silver Fox says that would be a super coat. Valencia says, yes, balloons with the fur, with the fluff. Yes. Silver Fox says, cute even. The magnets is a clever idea too. Thank you. Debbie says, love the balloons. Catherine says, best sewing company. Oh, awesome. Creative Lady B says, for me, polka dots, but for you, the hot air balloons are perfect. Yes. Yes, I think this combination is a winner. I think this is going to be a winner. And I do, like I say, let me just double check, but I do think I've got the zip for this as well, because the Hemispheric is a zip up coat. I do have the zip, although there is a tutorial for turning it into a button up coat, but I do think a zip up coat would be the best bet. So I've got the zip. Yes. I think this is a good idea. Okay. I may regret this later because there's so much stuff everywhere. Right. Coat plans. Okay. So I need to try and get some more of the navy wool. So coat plans. Number 1. Hemispheric coat and charm scout cape. Navy wool hot air balloons and I'm going to call this grey faux fur. I've got the zip, need magnets. I'm going to leave myself a couple of spaces because I'm going to need to work out how much extra of the navy wool that I'll need to buy. Like I say, it was the Lady McElroy, so I should be able to get a little bit more of that. Should be able to. So yeah. Barbara says, making the cape with the balloons and fur trim. Yeah, I think that's going to look really cute. This is all dependent on me being able to get some more of this wool, but I think I can. Leslie says, good morning. This is a pleasant surprise. Thank you for joining us, Leslie. Wow, 80 people. Maria says, hello from Long Island, New York. Like this chat, please. Yes, there's 80 of us and 34 likes. But I think this is going to be a nice combination. I think I like this idea. I like this a lot. I think this is going to look good. Cloth Edit says, hi Sian, it's Gabrielle here, just watching you as I finish off my named patterns Hayley wrap dress. Love your coat and cape ensemble plans. This is going to be divine. Oh, thank you. And oh my God, I love that fabric and I love what you're doing with it. Gabrielle, your Instagram account is hazardous to my bank balance. It's a really good job that I am actually broke at the moment and cannot afford to buy anything, because I would literally, that dark navy and red flower border print you've got, have you got any more of that in stock? Having just said that I cannot afford more fabric. Yeah, you're laughing. You are hazardous to my health, Gabrielle. You really are. Conchetta says, hi, this was a lovely surprise. I just woke up. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, Gabrielle is laughing at me. Yeah, I am aware. I am aware, but oh my goodness, your choice and your taste in fabric is divine. Right, so I think what I'm going to try and do is put these back into like kits, because I think that's going to make sense. Cloth Edit says, oh, the linen silk, do you mean Carmen? Huge red flowers. Yes, it was kind of like a border print, I think, and it was on a dark background. Carmen sounds about right. I'm going to have to look it up in a minute. I'm going to be sorry to everybody's bank balances. Cloth Edit fabric crack. Cloth Edit, there you are. And where is it? This one. Yeah, Carmen. I need it. I need it. Valencia says, looking for Cloth Edit on the gram. This is the best kind of bad. Valencia, I apologize now, but yes. And Gabrielle says, you're too funny. Yeah, you're a terrible enabler, Gabrielle. You're a terrible enabler. Let's see, I've folded this all way too thick for the box that it's got to go in. Excellent. So let's try and make it all fit. Okay. So hemispheric coat is sorted. Now we need to find a pattern from my coat selection that only needs 3 meters. So yeah, this is why I decided to do this live rather than try and do this as a video to be edited later. Because this could have been the longest video in the world to edit, and it wouldn't have ended up going up today. Rachel Lynn says, are you planning on a coat month? I was thinking about doing Coatmas again, but I have got so much going on in December that I've actually decided December is going to be stretchy month, where I'm going to try and work my way through as many of my printed jerseys as I can, because stretch projects are really easy and quick. And because of everything else that's going on in December, including Vlogmas and then like the year in review and all those really big videos that I do, I decided that one coat in December this time, which I have already got planned out, and I'll show you the pattern for that in a second. So yeah. Cloth Edit says, yep, she's a beauty. I bought up all Carmen. I'm going to make a dress in it soon. Nice. I'm looking forward to seeing that because it is gorgeous. Nicole says, ooh, Saturday. Glad I stumbled across this. Thank you for joining us. Conchetta says, I know I've missed a bit, but what is the faux fur for? Sorry, I just saw some in Joanne's. I made myself put it back until I had a plan. Anyone have any ideas for a plan so I can go back and get it? This is what I'm planning on doing with it. Obviously not pink, but I'm going to make myself a little cape because I think it's going to be really cute, and I'm going to trim it with the faux fluff. Kylie says, don't think you have enough coat patterns. I think you're right. I should buy more. Kylie says, I nearly have as many. Lizzie says, are you sure you have enough coat patterns to choose from? No. I think I might have a few more PDFs as well. In fact, oh dear. I've got lots down here as well, but most of those are jackets or anoraks, which we're going to get to. But now we are currently looking for a 3 meter, a coat that takes 3 meters of fabric, because that's how much I've got down here. Conchetta says, I mean, you could turn January into jacketwary. I think we get to make the rules on here. I was planning on doing my blocks in January. I was planning on doing my blocks, but I could be open to being talked into other things. So, you know, nothing is set in stone. Elena says, hello, Sean and Peeps. Hello. Rachel then says, have you seen what Stephanie Canada is doing with the walkaway dress? I haven't. No. What is she doing? Debbie says, I want to make so many versions of the princess coat. I would not have any room for clothes. Yeah, that's the trouble. I've made two versions of the princess coat already, so I don't want to make another one of those. This is what we're trying to achieve today. It's not the same thing, because it would be really easy to make the hemispheric coat out of this as well. And I'm not necessarily rolling that out. I have already bought the zip for it, but I'm sure I can repurpose that zip for something else. This one's going to be something else. I've made that one. Need more fabric. No, need more fabric. Do you want to make that one? That needs more fabric. Nope. Nope. This is just a really quick. This probably needs more fabric. Coat A. Yeah, no. Why do I have such large fabric requirement tastes? Because I really don't want to make too cropped a coat either. I have already made this one. B. Yeah, B. They will need too much fabric. Oh, so this one, coat A, which is the shortest, needs, in fact, coat B says I can get away with 3.2 meters of fabric, which I could probably, and that's view B there. Oh, that is an Angela Clayton coat. I will show you my patterns properly, but I was just kind of like quickly searching through for something that would work. Let's see. Well, Catherine says she's got some alterations which are similar in shape, also vintage patterns, but nice. One is downloadable. She's planning a sew-off. Ah, interesting. Rachel then says she's doing a challenge. She's going to send people the pattern and she wants to see if anyone can really make it in less than a day. Okay. Creative Lady B says, I'm making that pirate coat next month. Nice. Silver Fox says to Catherine, I'm tempted to join the sew-off, but not sure I will have the time. Catherine says, because full-skirted coats look good. Yes. And Catherine says to Silver Fox, it's not really my taste in dresses and I'm trying to slow down. Yeah, the walkaway dress I really like, but I would want to make the front apron section a full circle as well as the back, because I have heard that the back is so heavy that it tilts it pulls the whole dress backwards. So I'd want the same amount of weight in the front as there is in the back. So mine would be really fabric hungry. I haven't made it yet though, not ruling it out. Catherine says, is that an Angela Clayton quote? Yes, this one is. Lala Palooza says, that one beneath your arm, the green one. This one, no, I've made this already. It's nice. It is nice. I made it in the teal boiled wool with my iguana lining. Did it last year. It was the first thing I made in this sewing room, in fact. The very first thing that got made in the sewing room. So I have made it already. So that one actually can go away because I'm trying to be good and not repeat things. So I'm tempted by this one. In fact, this one here. This one. It says view B. I can get it out of 3.2 meters of fabric. So knowing me, I could probably squeeze it out of my 3 meters if I was really careful. I like that notched collar, although it might need more fabric to do. Yeah, hang on. A D is longer. D. Yeah. No, I'm thinking this version here. A. I'm thinking A for my cream, and possibly hidden closures like this one has. Although I could do self-covered buttons. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do for this one. I think that would look really nice. And you can make a detachable faux fur collar, but that's for the other type of one, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So it's going to be Vogue 8346, and that's going to be the clotted cream wool and the fruity satin for the lining. Awesome. Now, I had planned on using this one for the stuff that I got from the Festival of Quilts, but I think this is a better bet for me. Yeah, I think so. Debbie says, could you cut the coat facings in a coordinating fabric, maybe be able to squeeze the coat in 3 meters that way? Yes, but because it's the clotted cream, very sheer see-through wool, I wouldn't want to tempt fate of things being like, you know, using anything darker for facings and stuff like that. So I probably am going to stick with this one. I like this one. Conchetta says, what about the Vogue 8775? Okay, I'm also trying to not buy any new patterns for this, but I will look. Do I already have it? Vogue 8775. Yeah, it's nice, but it's not my style. That one's not, the image on that one's not, why can't I find an image that will, there we go, not be fluffy. 8775. Yeah, I like it, but it's not fitted enough for me. I want a much more fitted bodice and then a flared skirt. That's much more my cup of tea. I do like that though. The neckline's nice on it, but I know I wouldn't wear that one. Catherine says, this is such a good colour, the teal. I got some dark teal cord. Perfect. Accidental match to the long cardigan made last year in the Mind the Maker ocean colour. Nice. Gig Racer says, hi Peeps. Sian, have you tried the Duchess coat by Ellie and Mac? I haven't. Again, I'm trying not to buy. I think I know which one it is. Duchess coat. Ellie. Yeah. Images. Yeah, it's a really nice pattern, and I can see why you thought of me with that one 100%. But I do have both this one and this one, which are obviously not the same but very similar. So again, I'm trying to be good and not buy new patterns for this. I'm trying to work with what I've got. Conchetta says, I'm currently playing with the adding lining to the 8775. Totally doable. It is I like the collar on it. It's just, I know it's not my, as you'll see with most of these coats that I'm showing you, they're very kind of fit and flare. Let's see. Rotten Rouse says, I'm late. Good morning, Peeps. Not at all. Hello. Elena says, that red is so you, and you can mix the collars from the pattern envelope. Yeah, true. This is actually going to be done in this clotted cream wool with fruity satin Lanzarote lining. There's a mouthful. Liz says, hey, what's going on? It's Saturday night. I know, it's an impromptu hangout. Oh my gosh, there's 100 of us here. Impromptu hangout on a Saturday because I wanted to play with fabric and coat patterns, and I was going to film it and do like a proper video, but I thought it would be more fun for you guys to come and join me and see what my little brain works like, my thought process behind all these things. Rotten Ralph says, I see Angela Clayton up top. Yes, I love this. It is a fabric hungry beast of a coat. It wants 11, nearly 12 yards of 45-inch wide fabric, or just over 9 yards of 60-inch wide fabric. I'm going to make this. I'm not going to make it this long, but I do want to make that. Rotten Ralph says, I have a Donna Karen coat pattern from the 90s. I should post it up on the Peeps group. Ooh, yeah, we'd like to see. Yes, Liz says, Liz is in Australia. We're having a Saturday hangout and a Sunday hangout. Gig Racer says, just joined stream. I missed the others. I like the one you've selected. It will look lovely in the clotted cream wool. Thank you. Una's here. Hello, Shanklin Peeps. Always good to play with patterns and fabrics. That's what I thought. And I thought you guys might enjoy that for a Saturday afternoon. If you are in your sewing rooms, kind of come and hang out with us and work through my coating stash of stuff. Right, so I'm going to put these ones away. These may have to go back where they came from. I don't know if my idea of putting them into project piles is going to work. I think I might have to put them back in the cubby holes that they came from. But we know, and I've written them down, so yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. This one is going to be a present for somebody, so that one can come out. Try and stick my linings back in where they came from. Oh, my whale balloons went back in. That's good. And my fruity satin needs to go back in. Let's just put that one on top. Okay, and cream wool. Back in the wool section. There we go. Okay, so we've got 2 coats planned so far. I'm going to take this one away so I don't get tempted to add it to that. I want to make a million of these. So that also means I'm going to take this one out, and this one out because I have made, and this one, I'm going to take that one out. I've made all these things. Such organised mess. There we go, there's the other one. Right. So I have made 2 of the princess coat. Love it. Can easily see myself making many more of these. Easily see myself doing that. So we need to put that one away. I've made this one. I didn't love it. I gave it to my niece. Stitch Fabrics have just put up a boiled wool, which is a royal blue colour with one side's got floral magenta flowers, floral flowers, magenta flowers all over one side, which would be perfect for this. I'm very tempted, but I didn't love this coat when I made it the first time round. And this one I have made twice, once for me, once for my niece. And I have donated this one because I just didn't enjoy wearing it. I didn't interline the wool. It was a really thin red wool, and it didn't work for me. And then this one I've used the curtain fabric, which you'll be seeing in a bit, to make it up a couple of years ago, just before we moved, the Christmas before we moved. I made the short version, this one here, which I don't wear very often. So yeah, I've made all those ones previously, so they can go away. So butter it, of course. So I've still got plenty of coats to pick from, and this is just the coat coats. I've got jackets and stuff to show you guys as well. Where did I get to with the chat? Una says, I'm supposed to be toiling my dressmaker's ball dress, but I've been procrastinating. So I'm now up in the sewing room again. Need to make the back bodice match my re-altered bodice front. You can do it. Elena says, that's even more, you will be stunning in it when it will be ready. Oh, thank you. Conchetta says, love your coat choice. It will be gorgeous. Awesome. Thank you. Priscilla says, I do project piles and also individual project basket. It helps keep things organized. I agree. And if I had the space to do that, I totally would. But I'm a bit worried that my cubby holes won't accommodate the way that I want to put things together. But I'm writing it all down. And I've also got this video to refer to if I forget, but I don't think I will forget. So, yeah. Catherine says, not valid for coats, but I saw Abby Cox using the biggest size of IKEA Ziploc bags to store projects in and thought, yes, no, agreed, 100%. Liz says, love it. Look forward to seeing what you choose. Oh, awesome. Debbie says, I love the princess coat. Thinking of doing another. I love yours as well. Yours is gorgeous. I'm not ruling out ever doing that one again, but I've made 2 and I want to try and branch out and do a few little different things. So, yeah. Now, these 2 have been sat next to each other, and I don't know if I'm crazy. Tell me what you guys think. So, the very lovely Erica Lee bought me this faux suede with foiled leaves all over it back from America. It's a Joann's fabric. In fact, she'd made a bag with it, and she came to the very first retreat, and I fell in love with it, and then she offered to go and get it for me from Joann's, and I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. I think it's really, really beautiful. I'm going to be making the Ziggy jacket with this. We know this already. This is one of my projects for next year. Projects that scare me, the Ziggy jacket. So we know that this is going to be the Ziggy jacket. Let's see, giving myself 3 spaces. So Ziggy jacket, and it's going to be the faux grey suede with foil florals. Okay, now these 2 have been sitting next to each other. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Do they work? What do we think? Am I bonkers? What do we think? What do we think? Carmen says, hey peeps, how is everyone doing? Very well, thank you, Carmen. How are you, my lovely? Lollapalooza says, ooh, I have a ton of that in the teal colorway. Mine is a pony. They did this in teal? Ponty. But I was thinking pony skin because that's like a, you know, like a fluffy type of fabric, isn't it? Like moleskin, like fake. Not. I didn't think you had an actual skinned pony in your fabric stash. Sue says, hi Shan, hi all, hello. Carmen says, not bonkers at all. Okay, so that's 1 vote for yes. Lollapalooza says, pony, lol, ponty, and she's laughing at herself. Okay, so what do you guys think? You have to. I'm making a giant mess, and I'm having a whale of a time. Let's move that out. What do we think? What do we think? What do we think? I'm kind of loving these 2 together. I think I like them. What do you think? It's very quiet in the chat. It's very, very quiet in the chat. Sarah says, but I love everything you make. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I kind of think that these work because whilst they are very, very different, this has obviously kind of got the navy polka dots. And because we've got the navy in the florals, I kind of like this. Nicola's not loving it. Creative Lady B says, I like them together. Lollapalooza says, I've got to vote no. Elena says that they will work. I'm splitting you guys 50-50. This is going to be the Ziggy jacket. So it's a moto style jacket. I've buried my phone. Let's do style arc Ziggy images. So it's going to be like a moto style biker jacket. Conchetta says, love it. Popped over to check out the jacket pattern. Inessa says, it's not my favourite, but if you love it, you have to do it. Sal says, g'day, Shan and Peeps. Just got home after being out since 4:40 a.m. and it's now almost 11 p.m. Oh, need some sleep, Sal. Catherine says, I think it could be very cool. Una says, wouldn't be my first choice. I think the cream background is warm and the outer fabric looks more cool. I wonder if that's why. But if you love it, go for it. Might change my mind when I see it. Silver Fox says, sorry, I was over on Stitch Fabrics looking at wool. Carmen says, ooh, love that jacket. Debbie says, the Ziggy looks amazing. Yes, I mentioned the Ziggy a couple of years ago and 4 of you bought me the pattern and it was £25. So I have 4 copies of the pattern. I have a digital copy, a physical copy. I gave one to my sister-in-law and one is going in the giveaway. And I'm not sure when I'm going to be doing my giveaway, but there will be a giveaway at some point. Rotten Ralph says, I'm watching from the beginning and have had a ridiculous idea. Make some library cards for your fabric listing length and width, and you can update it with pattern numbers and fabric needs. Lol, that's not a bad idea. And the only thing that stops me doing something like that is the sheer amount of stuff that I have. I have catalogued all my fabric once before. I got it all out. I measured it, I draped it on my mannequin, took photos of it, catalogued it into a app, and then the app disappeared. And all that hard work had gone down the drain. So now it's all up in my little mental catalogue up here and written down on things. I don't have... Oh, hang on. Might this be slightly better? Might that be slightly better? Because I don't want to do plain. We all know I'm not a plain kind of girl. Do you think this is better than the... Yeah, lots of people are saying they like this better. I've got an itchy eyeball. Excuse me while I scratch it. Nicola says, I should explain my no. I love the outer for the pattern, but not the lining. Not liking the lining. yeah, everyone's saying that this is better. Natalie's here. Hi. Catherine says, sort of relevant PSA. Woven cotton fusible interfacing is a game changer. If you, like me, leave your iron on cotton settings that melt regular fusible. Lollapalooza says, what is the yardage requirement for the Ziggy? Got to find my copy of it. It even came with its own little label. Yeah. See, I've got 2 physical copies. They've even put in like actual fabric samples of like the quilted stuff. I've never worked with a style art pattern, so they want right, okay, sizes 4 to 18, 2.5 yards of 110, or 2 yards of 148, and lining I need a yard, and fusible I need 16 inches. So I'm going to have enough to like probably make a bag out of my outer fabric as well. I think we've all agreed that the grey is better than the cream, haven't we? Because I think you're right. This is warm. This is cool. That does make sense. These two together, I think, is the consensus. So we're going to have grey and white dots for the lining. I need to get zips for this one. I haven't got any zips in stock, so I will need to get some zips. Shambolic Sois says, hi peeps, I have a substantial stash organised in Airtable. It is a saviour. Yeah, like I say, I tried an online app and it ate all my, it just disappeared, which made me cry. So I haven't trusted one since. And I know there's a new one that's launched and there's some really good ones on the market, but yeah, I don't trust them. Laura says, yes, love that. Nicola says, better, yes. Catherine says, I think the first is better. Ah, interesting. Sue says that I prefer the first one, to be fair. And Conchetta says, oh, yes. Maria says, better. Gig Racer says, yes, better than the cream. Interesting. It's again, this is sort of 50-50. Una says, oh, no, the same thing happened to me. Well, similar. I had to factory restore my phone. And that's when I found out there was no backup. Now I have an Airtable app where it's all in the cloud. Nice. Silver Fox says, I prefer the second one. Gabrielle says, the jacket is going to be amazing. I love the less conventional lighter lining, but the second looks perfect. Lizette says, good morning from Wisconsin. The hot air balloons would be fun. Hot air balloons are going to be really fun. Carmen says, I also prefer the first one. Nicola says, can't beat a spreadsheet. I love a good multicolored spreadsheet. Yes, me too. I kind of think I'm going to go grey on grey. I think that's going to be a good idea. What I really want is to get the kind of like rainbow oil slick zippers for this, but they're really difficult to get with metal teeth rather than plastic teeth, and I really want metal teeth for these. So I'm going to need to buy the zippers for this. And I did actually buy some plain grey suede to do like the quilted portions, because the upper arms and the shoulder or the epaulette pieces are quilted. But I actually don't think I'm going to, it wasn't the right colour, and I don't think I'm going to worry about that. I think I might try, like, because I've got quite a lot of this. I've got more than I need of this. So I might try quilting a section of this and see how that comes out. But yeah, that's what this is going to be. And this will be made next year because I'm doing my year of, this scares me, let's do it anyway, projects. So that can go back in the lining because that has been designated. Okay. Next up, we have the tiny little bit that I've got left from my princess coat. Now, I'm hoping I've got a 1.5 meters, but it's not the full width of the fabric. I think I've got like a full meter of this. Now for this one, what I was thinking is something like the holly jacket. And I did interline this completely with black cotton flannel, and I've got a little bit of that left over, so that's why that's together. So I'm thinking for this one, I'm going to do something like I wonder if they've got a better picture. Yes, here we go. So I got this from Dillock in one of the KB pattern swaps, and I was thinking I was going to do something like this, because I've got my giant Gertie princess coat in this, and I was thinking something like this. What do you guys think? I think this could be really cute. I don't think I'm going to have enough to do the sleeves, so I was thinking either a faux leather or real leather sleeve. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Nora says, do you have a lining that would pick up on the colours in the flowers? No, I don't. I don't. I like the polka dots. I think I'm going to go with the polka dots. Let's see. Anessa says, it's a shame you can't find rainbow oil slick lining, lol. Ooh, that would be amazing. But again, I am trying to be good and use what I've got. I'm trying. Lollapalooza says, I'm excited for the moto jacket. Me too. I'm also terrified of it. Style Arc are notorious for terrible terrible instructions. There is a couple of sew-alongs for this. I know Whitney from Tomcat Stitchery has done an online sew-along. There's a couple of blog posts about it as well. I'm sure it's going to be fine. I've just never made any Style Arc patterns before, so I'm listening to the hype rather than just doing the research and actually making the thing. You know, that's why it's on my list of this project scares me. Let's do it anyway. Yeah. Lucy Lou says, love that combination. Would look lovely. Thank you. Silver Fox says that could look cute. Natalie says leather or faux leather would be very cool with that. That's what I think. I think it would be quite like unusual. I think the bottom of this is meant to be like a ribbing as well. So I think it could be like, it's going to be, what I want is something that's very different to my Gertie coat, basically. I haven't got enough to do a cape, because if I had, that would look really cute as well. But the Gertie coat does have a giant collar, so it, you know, it would probably get in the way. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do with this one. So cool. So we're going to do the holly jacket, and it's going to be I've called this seaweed underwater rainbow coat, underwater seaweed. It's not wool, it's poly, 100% wool with faux leather sleeves. And I think I'm going to do the same thing that I did with my Gertie coat, even though I'm just saying, like, oh, you know, I want these to be different. I think I'm going to do the same. Ooh, hello. I'm going to do the same abalone shell lining. Because I love these together. I'll do like, this is cotton silk from Spoonflower. It's not quite slippery enough for the arms, so I'll do like a black or maybe like a hot pink or something for the arms. But I do think, yeah. So it's going to be totally different to my Gertie princess coat, but made of the same types of fabrics. I think those together is going to look really nice. So yeah, we'll have abalone silk lining. And this one has press studs up and down the front, and I've got black press studs from when I did Wilson's sleeves, so that's going to work. So the only thing I'll need is black ribbing for the band around the waist and the cuffs. And I'm thinking maybe contrast faux leather collar. Words are hard. So yeah, that's what I think for that one. Yeah, I think it would be, because it would go really well with the trousers that I've got on, like these trousers, because it's like a very kind of like relaxed coat. So I think this would look really nice with these kinds of, and I do wear these on occasion, so, and it could look really nice over some of my sort of big skirts and things as well. So yeah. Here Gracer says, I like the plan for the leftover material from the princess coat. Would look great with leather faux leather sleeves, yes. Mim73 says, hi Sean, nice idea, the spontaneous hangout. Hope you're well. And hi Peeps, very well, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Debbie says, faux leather sleeves and collar would look good, would look great. I think so too. Maria says, I love when you do these types of vlogs, it's so inspiring. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I mean, do you see what I mean though about like when I was saying I was going to do this as like a proper video, the editing of this, and it would have been ended up being really long, and this is way more fun, and we get to come back and look at it later. So yeah. Debbie says faux leather sleeves and collar would look great. Marie, I've read that one, haven't I? Conchetta says, love that plan. Barbara says, yes to the combination for the holly jacket, faux leather sleeves. Awesome. So vintage glam. Una says, oh yes, love those together. Natalie says, pretty. Gig Racer says, so pretty. Marie says, oh yeah, abalone. Una says, I've not made a coat yet or a jacket. That would be my winter sew what scares me project. This ball dress is my autumn one. Oh yes, the collar and the sleeves. Have you thought of picking up one of the colours in the print for the sleeves collar? I have, but I do think black would be more versatile in my actual wardrobe, just because the print on this is so loud anyway. I think it would look very cool, but I do think black is the way I'm going to go. Chrisia says, hi there, it's my first time commenting. I like the grey spot better. We think we decided on the grey spot. So yes, my holly jacket plans are coming together, which is awesome. So I'm going to put these all back. Written that one down. We're 4 plans in and an hour and 18 minutes into nothing. Ah, I talk a lot, don't I? Jackets. Here you go. Here you go. Come on. Here you go. Yeah. So you can go up there. Debbie will recognise this one. I got this from M. Rosenberg. I've got 2.5 meters of this one. And I want to make a Lacala jacket. Now, do I have this printed out? Do I have it printed out? Don't think I do. Okay, so now we've got to find the Lacala jacket. So Lacala patterns. La. Yes, we need patterns. Oh, their website's a little clunky on the phone. Home. Oh dear. And there's a very specific Lacala jacket that I want to make with this. And now I've got to try and find it. And the website, the mobile website's not great. Choose page, log in. Okay. Choose page, my wish list. Okay, let's go through my wish list. That's a smaller one to hunt this pattern out on because I have saved it. Don't know if I've bought it or not yet. Got lots of top patterns in here. Come on, jacket. Sorry, I've got like 10 pages of favorites. What's the betting that the jacket's going to be on the last page? Because of course it is. Oh, we're getting into some coats. Still nope though. Oh, come on. Oh no, apparently I've got more than 10 pages. It was just showing the first 10. Sorry, this is riveting TV, isn't it? Come on. Here we go. This is the one. So it is Lacala 4954. Let me show you the line drawings. So it's another kind of moto style jacket. And I'm thinking that this little bit here would be faux leather, because the one that they've kind of mocked up, they've done the same sort of thing. So they've made it, oh hello, I have new notifications on Facebook. They've done like a faux leather patch along the front and then around the collars, the zips. So that's what I was thinking about doing with this one. This was from Stitch Fabrics M. Rosenberg. £12 per meter, web design. I've got 2.5 of it. It was the last bit on the bolt. I bought this from the Festival of Quilts or the Knitting and Stitching show years ago, because I fell in love with it. Debbie's made a coat out of this and it looks awesome. So I'm thinking maybe this one. Catherine says, catching up, Style Arc primary morning. They use a 10 millimeter seam allowance, which caught me out. Thank you. This is good to know. I'm going to trace the pattern out anyway, so I can add my own seam allowance to it if I want to, or work with what they've got. But thank you for pointing that out. Laurel's here. Hello all. Hello, Laurel. How are you, my lovely? So yeah, I'm thinking this one. I know what I'm going to do with my polka dots. Sorry, got distracted. This one is going to be this Lacala pattern. I don't know what I'm going to do for a lining. Might have to purchase a lining for this one. So I might go for like a hot pink, because why not? I might get some of the Lady McElroy Lotus in the pink colour. Yeah, Nessa says that needs a pink lining, lol. Yeah, I think a pink lining is going to look really cool with this. Yeah. Lisa says, thank you, Catherine. I'm just about to sew the Simpson sweater from Stylogue. Yes, good knowledge. Natalie says, love the contrast of the pretty floral and the tough style jacket. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking it could look quite nice. And there are lines in the pattern on the back for shaping, but there aren't too many style lines in this to break up the pattern either. So I think that's what we're going to do for this one. So this is going to be the pink floral web design with faux leather accents and hot pink lining. I think that's going to look really cool. Yeah, it's going to look really cool. Natalie says, oh yeah, no, I've read that one. You guys are going very quiet in the chat, which is fine, totally fine. I'm the one that generally tends to waffle, so yes, this one is going to look good. Right. Okay, next up we have the Angela Clayton jacket that I have done the mock-up for. The mock-up fits me terribly. Do you guys remember I did it back in like January or February when I did my Deer and Doe mock-ups? So the pattern is drafted for a corseted waist, and I don't want to have to wear this with a corset, so I went for the waist of the uncorseted version, which meant that the shoulders are terrible. The shoulders are awful, so they need to come in a lot. And also the actual waist of this is about 3 inches too high. But other than that, the collar's a little large. I think I would slim the collar down ever so slightly. But other than that, I actually really like this shape. So I need to make some tweaks to this so that it actually sits on my waist and that the peplum comes out from there rather than where it does. So there are quite a lot of tweaks that need to be made to this, but I can get out of this totally. I do want to make this coat up. Again, this is another one of those ones that scares me, so it will happen eventually. Oh, it's chilly down here. It's currently 19 degrees, so I'm putting my wool cardigan back on because okay. So we've got McCall's 7732, and we're going to do it in a combination of these two. So this is Delaware, a tartan pure wool from Lady McElroy. They do have more of this. I've got 2 meters. I got it as a remnant. It's 20 odd pounds a meter, so it's quite expensive. But I saw it when I went up the other day. When I went up just after the Festival of Quilts, they had a bolt of this still, although it's not on the website anymore. So I know they've got some more of it, because this pattern for the jacket, which is B, needs just over, hang on, 100, so it needs 2 meters. So actually, I should be all right, because I want to do the collar and the revere in this wool. I want to also add on here we go. I want to add on cuffs like this pattern has. I want to add these little cuffs onto the sleeves. So this is my failed Jedi cape turned Sorrento jacket, and I've got a decent chunk of this left. So I should be able to do the collar, the revere, the turn back, so the facing and the turn back, and the cuffs in this, which I think matches really nicely with this. Now, what do I do for a lining? What do I do for a lining? I don't have anything in my stash. Well, I mean, I've got the plain ones. No. Now, you guys, like, I have an idea. You might think I'm crazy. I'm going to catch up with the chat and then I'll show you my idea. Let's see. Silver Fox says you could also use a coloured faux leather. I could. I just think for the way that I get dressed, I think that I need my coats to be a little bit more subdued, and those web design prints are quite in your face. And also because I'm going to be buying some black faux leather for the sleeves of the underwater coat, I'm going to be able to use the scraps from that for the pink floral one. That's my thinking. Debbie says, the wonderful thing is that the British weather means you will get to wear all of these coats. Yes. Catherine says, back sewing again, in the folds, Barclay skirt, first attempt in years at a woven skirt with a zip. You can do it. Lisa says, I've just done the Barclay. It's a fab, and they also have a coat to jacket. It's fab. Awesome. Silver Fox says, yeah, the collar is looking a bit costumey. Yeah, that kind of I mean, it is like a 1900s walking suit, so the collar is a little bit too big for me, and I'm not going to be adding the soutache detailing that it comes on this jacket. But I do think if I just slim those lapels down a little bit, I think it's going to look really, really cool in my wardrobe and very pirate-esque, especially if I wear it with some over-the-knee boots and jeans and those kinds of things. So yeah. Sal says it's currently 16 degrees centigrade here in the heart of Sydney. Brr. Yes, chilly. Catherine says to Lisa, I've cut out the Barnaby jacket, which is why I bought the cotton fusible interfacing, but it's in the I'm scared pile for actual sewing. Yes, I have some of those piles. Conchetta says those fabrics are gorgeous. I'm still afraid to match plaids. I'm not overly looking forward to it, but she's actually designed this jacket with plaids in mind. So there's quite a lot of useful information on her YouTube channel about how she put this together, I think, if I remember correctly. Silver Fox says, oh, the cuffs will be a cute addition. I think so too. I really like this jacket, but the sleeves are very plain. So I wanted something, and I think the cuff on these will help, because this is an ensemble, and obviously you've got the details down here that match in with the collar, but I'm not going to be making the skirt. So I was thinking cuffs, like turn back cuffs, would look really cute with that combination. Catherine says some cute leaves to line that. Okay, Rockmouth says, I need to make a slip and some lingerie plans. I'm still deciding, so I'm so very boring. Not at all. Silver Fox says, pirate-esque indeed. Yes, yes. Ralph says the jacket is amazing. Una says, ooh, that's helpful. I'm also a bit scared of matching plaids, and I have at least 3 in my stash. Well, the other thing to do with plaids as well is cut everything out on a single layer, so that when you cut one thing out, you then like obviously flip it, but you then match it up on the other piece so that it's all exactly the same. You want to make it so that you can't see your pattern piece basically, and then you cut around that one. So that's one of my tips for that. Okay, hear me out. You might think I'm crazy. You might think I'm crazy, but I was thinking, if I can get at it. Can I get at it? A giant table on top of it. Ah, yes, there it is. And again, please bear in mind that I am trying to use what I've got and not buy lots of new stuff. I know it's loud, but it is the lining, so it won't be seen. It's the right colours. What do we think? I'd use a slippery cream for the sleeves so that the sleeves go on and off easily. But what do we think? If it was just this one, 100%, but it's the tartan. But I kind of like it. I kind of like it, you know. And who doesn't want chocolate biscuits on the inside of their jackets? Catherine says yes. Barbara says loud is good. Laurel says sure, why not go all the way? Elizabeth says love it. I like loud though. Me too. Una says, can you show us the plaid properly again, please? Of course. Natalie says, I like it. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm in love. I am in love. Because the cream biscuits really pick out the cream in this. I mean, it's gonna be a loud jacket, but it's gonna be awesome. Okay, biscuits it is. And then I will use one of the Lotus linings for the sleeves so that the sleeves are super, super slippery, because this is a cotton silk. So it's not the slipperiest thing so I would not recommend using, I mean, not that you can get this fabric anymore because Spoonflower don't do it, unfortunately. And it's so sad because it's such a lovely base. It does not wash well. I mean, it washes beautifully and it comes out great, but the print does not stick. So this is really kind of like one of those dry clean only fabrics, which is going to be perfect for a dry clean only wool coat. So chocolate biscuits. So we've got Delaware wool check with the tan wool accents, chocolate biscuit lining, and oh hello, I can spell lining. Just put ling. That's why I've got a Lover friction pen. Can rub out my mistakes. Chocolate biscuit lining and cream Lotus sleeves. Awesome. That's going to be amazing. This is another one, like I say, that scares me. So we'll get done next year. Okay, got the final one coming up out of that cubby hole. And then I've got another cubby hole to go through, and then I've got a couple on bolts under the table. There we go. Oh. Okay, so got another check. This time, this fabric was from Stone Fabrics, and I made my niece a coat out of this, which I'll see if I can find the video because I have got a video of it. Albums, videos. Niece in coat. She waited a long time for that coat. I think we need to see that video again because that was pretty epic. That was that one I showed you, pattern I showed you earlier that I've made two of, one for me, one for my niece. So she said her and her mum bought this, and they said that I could have the leftovers for me. So there's a decent meter there. And I'm thinking something very similar to the holly jacket, but as I've said, we're trying to be doing things a little bit different, so we're not trying to make a million of the same pattern. So I'm thinking for this one, a hunter green leather or faux leather for the sleeves. So it's going to be similar. What kind of jacket do I want to do? Ooh. Mind you, I've made a lot of these. What do we think about this? What do we think about this? Let's see. Lots of you are liking the biscuit fabric. Lollapalooza says, sure, it works. Barbara says, done deal. Yep. And Catherine says, you won't be able to hide from dodgy fail dates in that, though. Yep. Cloth Edit said, oh, yes. Debbie says, that lining is gorgeous, isn't it? Cecilia says, hello, lovely. Didn't know you were streaming today. I decided it was a good idea to come and play with some fabric with you lot. Anessa says, oh, yes, lupin. So it would have to be... Oh, let's see. How could we do this? I would chevron the yoke. So I'd have to put in a seam back here to chevron the yoke. And then do this as the standard body. And then I don't know if I'm going to have enough fabric to do the front, to be honest. Because it needs 2 yards, because these front pieces are huge. What other jackets have I got? I could do the other version of the holly jacket, couldn't I? Because there's one with a collar and one without. I know we said we weren't going, because this was the original plan for the holly jacket, and then I had enough left of the underwater princess coat fabric. So I could do this version of the holly jacket, or I could just, because I'm thinking, like I say, I'm thinking green faux leather and... I'm really sorry, but I like these together. I really like these together. With like solid sleeves. Oh, the sleeves didn't... Oh, I wonder if the sleeves could be like a knit fabric rather than faux leather. What do we think? I really like these two together. Because this has got a lot of navy in it. The background is like navy. I think these... Yeah, Rotten Mouse says, I posted the pattern in the Peeps group. It's a pattern for tiny people. Polka dot and plaid is good. Vanessa says, I like those two together much better. Silver Fox, a knit could work and the polka dot works. Yeah, I'm thinking... Catherine says polka dots is a neutral, isn't it? As is checks. Two neutrals together. Yeah, no, I love these together because, as you guys said, this has got like a warm tone to it. I mean, I'm going to have so much of this left over. But this would be good for sleeves and like waistcoat linings. I want to make a navy suit, so that would be good for a waistcoat like lining on things. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking I want to make another holly. Lollapalooza says, I just had a flashback of the Seinfeld episode where Jerry suede jacket with pink striped lining. Rotten Rouse says, polka dot is definitely a neutral. Yeah, totally. 100%. Yes. Oh, I did say I wanted to do a different one, didn't I? But I really like the idea of this. What else could I do? What else could I do? Because I don't have enough to do the sleeves. I've got enough. I've got just over a meter. I was going to say, oh, 2 secs.
01983.
Hello. Jonathan, it's Shan. Sorry, Mum is out shopping for trees. Yes, yes, yes. She'll be back later this afternoon if that works. Yes. Yes. I'll let her know that you called. Okay, thank you. Bye. Sorry, our phones read out people's phone numbers. I would usually ignore it, but like I said, I just don't want to just broadcast some poor chap's phone number. I think it's somebody from the church. And mum and dad are currently out shopping for trees with gift vouchers that they were given for their birthdays. So yes, let's see. Una says you could do a knit back sleeves and plaid front. Oh no, I've got it. I want the body of this. I mean, the other thing I could do is, because this is a really fine wool, as you saw, it's got lots of twirlability. So the other thing I could do is maybe make a waistcoat out of it, but I do think it would be better as a coat. Yeah, no, it needs to be a coat, doesn't it? Needs to be a coat. And I kind of want to do green sleeves, kind of like a bomber jacket kind of thing. Anessa says it's not the same version, Sean. Lol. This is true. Rotten Mouse says my robot vacuum is making distress noises. Oh no! Is the cat trying to ride it? Silver Fox says fabric length does limit things. Yes. Lollapalooza says green quilted sleeves. They would look nice. Yeah, I kind of think I want to do the holly. I want to do the holly, maybe with navy sleeves to pick up the navy in the polka dots. And this was expensive, and the underwater one wasn't. So we could class the underwater one as my wearable muslin. And then this would be the final. How do we feel about that? How do we feel about that? The underwater one is the wearable muslin, and then this would be the proper one. I do think I want to do the holly. And as I've mentioned, coat jackets. Sewing patterns. Words are hard. Sewing patterns are expensive. Ooh, denim sleeves. Ooh. 2 secs. They're expensive. So you want to use them more than once. Words are hard. Why can I not word today? Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. There's a big pile of fabric right behind you. What are we thinking? You guys are the best. Lollapalooza. Genius. Oh, these look really cool together. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. That's so cool. Okay. Haha. Little happy dance. Little happy food dance. Except there's no food. Little happy fabric dance. Okay, so we've got, let's see, it is navy, green, and red check wool, denim sleeves, and navy cream polka dot lining. That is going to look awesome together. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, it's going to be very lumberjack. I love it. Una says, I had a pop out brief. I had to pop out briefly. Did you say my question, read the Brooklyn jacket? I haven't. No, I haven't even looked at the Brooklyn jacket, to be honest. It's not immediately springing to mind. Laura says, ooh, neat. Catherine says, nice. Una says, love the idea of denim with it, really picks up the blue. Catherine says, also, words are hard merch. Yes, I need to do that. I'm also reading the website very slowly. Yeah, I'll get there. Rotten Ralph says, happy Shan dance. Yeah. This is such a good idea. Thank you, Lollapalooza. Silver Fox says, that works well and goes well with the holly jacket. If you have any left over, make a waistcoat. Yes. Yes. I think I actually need to make my niece a large NCW out of some of this as well. I'm kind of just ignoring that, but I think I need to. Rotten Ralph says, himself has the vacuum on and is up on his operating table. We need to order more backup pieces. Oh. Una says, it's the Gertie Patreon for September. Yeah. I have downloaded it. I have looked at it. I haven't really taken it in yet. I need to have another proper look at it. This combination is going to be genius with that for a lining. This is going to be awesome. It's going to go really well with the denim skirt that I'm making from this as well. Ah, you guys are the best. Right. Okay, so that can go back in the lining stash. I'm only going to need to do sleeves from this one, so that can go behind you. You guys, this can go in back in jackets. So can this. So I've only got one repeat so far, which, given this is me we're talking about, is not bad. Okay. Now I've got, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this out easily or not. Oh. So I've got this, which is actually like a curtain fabric. It's a chenille. There we go, like a Baroque chenille fabric. And I think I have a good 2.5 meters of this left. This stuff frays the second that you look at it. This is the first and only time I've ever overlocked the inside of a garment that was going to be lined, because it was literally just falling apart the second you looked at it. So what do I want to do with this? Wouldn't mind this being wearable muslin fodder. Sal says, someone make a gif of Shan excited dancing. Yeah, if I had like a Twitch stream, we'd need a little Shan like emoji gif, wouldn't we? Silver Fox says, that works well and goes with the holly jacket. If you have any leftover, make a waistcoat. Read that one, haven't I? Sorry. Jennifer says, hello, gorgeous peeps. Hello, Jennifer. Anessa says, it's not a repeat, it's a toile, and it's a different view. You always tell us to toile. Exactly, yes. Jennifer says, can't stay long because we're celebrating my husband's birthday today. Oh, happy birthday to husband. Rotten Ralph says, that's beautiful. Tears. Silver Fox says, grabby hands for that chenille. Shambolic So says, some pony ponty sleeves. That was a consideration, actually, because it would be very kind of like Letterman jacket kind of thing. But I do think the denim is the way to go. Mim says, ooh, the black curtain fabric is beautiful. Yes. Shanae says, hello, peeps. Shanae from Cape Town. Hello. Rotten Ralph says, wearable muslin chenille fantastic for annoying fabric. Yeah. So I made this into, actually I did it for 2 customers, and it was the same coat as my niece's. Oh, hello. So it was, and then it was lined in peacock. Oh, why are words so hard? It was lined in peacock satin from Spoonflower, and it was awesome. And then somebody else had the same outer, but it was pink background, and then it was 1920s ladies in gorgeous outfits for her lining. So I bought quite a lot of it, and I have quite a lot left. And I was thinking, actually, do you know what? For my McCall's, and again, sorry, this is going to be wearable muslin fodder because I'm not too precious about this one, but I am really precious about the wools that I want to use it for. But that Angela Clayton McCall's pattern, I think I'm going to use this to make that. Is going to be very pirate-tastic. What lining do I have? This I've got left. Ooh, I've got quite a bit of this. This could work. Yes. Because even if I have to line the sleeves with something different, yes, yes, yes. Ha 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 ha. So let's just, this is the wearable muslin, and this combination is going to look really cool, very pirate-esque as well. Yeah. Because the wool that I want to use for the chocolate biscuit lining coat is really expensive. I think this one, yes, what do you guys think? Ron Ralph says, I have a costume coat that's more of a dress coat. It's a faux Victorian with laced up back. Sorry, I'm making plans for your fabric for my patterns. I kind of want to do this one, but I don't think I've got enough fabric. It's got a lace up back. Also, this is a zip up at the front, which annoys me. I'd have to change that. But yeah, no, I think Ralph says that's going to be lovely. Mary says, ooh, that lining isn't it? This is Shanghai Bouquet from Lady McElroy. I've told them that they need to do this print on viscose because, oh my gosh. And I've lined one of my princess coats in this, also lined one of my looping jackets in this, and I've got this much left. So yeah, I think this one, Shanghai Bouquet, with the chenille coating for the wearable muslin for the 7732. So it's another repeat, but it's, you know, like we were saying, wearable muslins. So McCall's 7732 wearable muslin. We're going to do the black chenille, because I'm going to need to practice putting on the cuffs from this Vogue pattern. Actually, I need to make a note of that, don't I? So cuffs from Vogue 1752. Vogue 17. There's lines on this paper and I'm still going off-piste. Vogue 1752 cuffs. Black chenille. With Shanghai Bouquet satin. Yes, that's going to be a really nice combination. It's going to be a really good way to practice the coat and to get the collar right. Yeah, I think that's, and I've already, like I said, I've lined 2 successful coats with this. So if it ends up being a hot mess, I haven't wasted my really expensive £20 a metre wool, and I have 2 successful things with this used in it as well. So that is going to be awesome, because this, and like I say, I've told them that they need to put this onto viscose because I would buy all of it because it is absolutely beautiful. But it's a polyester satin. So it's just, for me, polyester satins are coat lining fabrics. I just can't wear them next to my skin. I had bought it, 3 meters of it, to make an Eve dress, and it would look amazing as an Eve dress. So as soon as it's out on viscose, that's what it's gonna be. Rotten Ralph says, mine has 4 buttons, fit and flare, but fits like a lower cut vest in front. Long swoop skirt that fits over a small bustle pad. Nice. Vanessa says, Sian, a very practical black coat is never bad. I'm not sure how practical that is, but yeah. I mean, how practical is black chenille going to be? I think it's going to be really pretty though. So let's see if I can get this back in. And I think it's a really good idea to make a wearable muslin for my super expensive wool coating. Oh, I've got an itchy nose. Right, so now I need to fold my satin back up and put that back in the stash. I had 3 meters to start with, and then I bought another 2 meters, and like I say, I've lined a princess coat and a looping jacket, and I've got like 1 meter 20 left, and it's 140 wide. So is it 140 or 150? No, it's 150 wide. So even if I have to put in like plain sleeves, it's definitely going to line the jacket. I'll probably get the sleeves out of this as well. I think that's going to be awesome. Okay. Now I've got stuff keeps getting shoved in down here. without much care for what's being put underneath of it. And then this kind of thing happens. So this I've got a lot of, and this was going to be a ziggy jacket as well, but I'm not sure that I want to make 2 iridescent ziggy jackets. Oh, the amount of dust that's coming up of that. So that one might be a good candidate for this coat or jacket, the Alexander McQueen. Again, very pirate-esque. Could be a good option for that one. Synthetic leather. What do we think? Do I need a metallic blue leather jacket? This is another coating fabric that I need to work out what to do with. I think it's going to be the By Hand London Romana. I've made a bag out of this. What do we think? What do we think? Ooh, let's see. Rotten Mouse says, take the costume pattern you like the lines of, make it out of good fabric, and it's delicious. Oh yeah, no. I'm totally gonna, like, I've got this one and also this one. Oh, wait, that version. Me. That version. Totally gonna make that. Let's see. Let's see. Alyssa says, it's very practical in your wardrobe with all your dresses and skirts. This is true because it's got the nice flare from the waist. It's going to work really well over all my large things. Jennifer says, okay, off to shower and get ready for the day. Enjoy your day. Happy birthday to husband. Ralph says, iridescent and Alexander McQueen is so on brand. Yes, isn't it just? Cloth Edit says, Gabrielle says, it's been lovely to have your company while sewing this evening. Loving your plans. Catch you next time. Enjoy. Thank you for joining us and keep showing me all the beautiful fabrics that I cannot afford. Una says, I love that colour, but will it crease? I mean, that's what it looks like having been creased on the bolt. So yes, it does crease. I kind of think that it's not the end of the world. Gabrielle says, hold on, just saw that fabric. Oh my goodness. I've made a bag out of this and I've made an NCW as well. Susan bought some of this after she's seen mine. This is from the Textile Centre. They don't have, no, not the Textile Centre, the Textile Express. They don't have any more of this colorway. Vanessa says, wrong Vogue pattern, Shan. Which? Oh, you mean, I don't know what you mean, Vanessa. Lucy says, think this one would look good with a pattern with a trench style details. Maybe. The trouble with this is that, oh yeah, that is the wrong. Thank you. That's what you mean, Anessa. This one. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, Anessa. I'm being dim. Yeah, the trouble with this is that for stuff like a trench coat where you've got like epaulets and like sleeve doodads and things like that, this does not sew into small items that turn through well. You can turn through collars and cuffs and things like this, which this one has, but I think that this, trust me, when I was making the Carter messenger bag with this, I was trying to turn a small piece and it did not come out good. So yeah. Una says, oh yes, can see that metallic fabric in that pattern for sure. Yeah, I think that might need, somebody did say, I can't remember, it might have been Lauren, did say that because the peplum on this in faux leather made it really, really stick out, like really, really, really stick out. So yeah, that would be something to think about. Oh, I've got the perfect fabric to line it with. Rachel gave me it for my birthday this year. Look at my little excited face. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Yes. Yes. I mean, uh-huh. Anessa says, and yes, I vote for that combo. Thank you, Anessa. Rat and Ralph says, yes, indeed. Yes, 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 yes. Una says, oh wow, that's a match made in heaven. Isn't it just? This is from Fabworks Mills. I think they still have some more of it. I actually sent Rachel to go and look at a particular lining fabric that they had that was like a trompe-l'oeil. It was all black and white backgrounds, but they had like a flamingo in hot pink and then an alligator in colour as well. So I sent her to look at that in person, and while she was there, she got me this for my birthday. How lucky am I? Yes, 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 yes. Alexander McQueen, eat your heart out. Lucy, Lucy says like swan flaps. Yeah, yeah. I do know what you mean. I do know what you mean, but I do think I want to do it this combination. I think this would look amazing. B. Yeah, I've got more than enough fabric to do it as well. I think it's the one. I think this is the combination. Okay. Right, so I mean, who doesn't need a turquoise sparkly jacket in their wardrobe? I mean, you know, like who doesn't? Isn't that like a necessity for everybody? Me. It's gonna be so cool. Right. I've got this. I'll get it down here. There we go. So I'm going to go through, once we've finished today, I'm going to go through and kind of like highlight my list about like, oh, this one I need to buy the zips for, this one I need to buy the interfacing for, this one needs a lining, because the only one that I haven't got a lining for so far is the Lacala one, which we need a hot pink lining for. And I actually think I might have some hot pink acetate in my lining box. So we've got Vogue 1714 and metallic turquoise faux leather with the dark florals and butterflies satin lining. Yes. With dark floral butterfly, satin, lining. I mean, one thing to point out is nobody needs this many coats ever. I know that. I already have a lot of coats. I don't need to make any more coats. I really don't. But I enjoy making them. I have all these fabrics, and it would be sad if I didn't try these things. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That is going to look absolutely gorgeous. It's going to be so pretty. So pretty. Oh. Put this one back as well. Still got a giant thing in front of me. So Mum and I have bought the Craftsy class to make this pattern, and we're both going to be making this view. And I got us some polyester coating fabric from Montreux Fabrics at the Festival of Quilts, and it is the softest stuff you've ever touched. It is so soft. And now technically I bought Mum the tan and me the black, but and I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she's going to stick with this, but we've swapped. So I've got the tan and she's got the black. So one of us is going to have a tan coat like this, and one of us is going to have a black coat like this. And I'm planning on using the chocolate biscuits for the lining for this as well, because I have about 50 meters of that fabric. I bought a lot of it. So yeah, I'm planning on using the chocolate biscuits for the, actually both versions, although I do have Orion's Nebula for the black. So yeah, but we bought the Craftsy class for this. So at some point the two of us are going to try and do this coat together. And we both have the fabric for it. Vogue 9040. I'm going to say I'm going to do the tan faux wool and chocolate biscuit lining. I'm not showing it to you because it is in a bolt under the table, and it's like right under the tabletop that we use. And so Mum and I, we're going to try and do a video about it. And obviously we can't do a sew along because we're going to be following a Craftsy class, but we're going to do like a, let's two people with very different figures try and make the same coat and see how we go. So yeah, this one's going to look really cool. And actually, if I have enough left over of the black, then I could use the black for the sleeves of the holly jacket for the wearable muslin, possibly, rather than faux leather, although the faux leather would look very cool. So there's that one. Lucy Lou says yes to that combo. Una says it's funny when the other pattern I was going to suggest a Peplum Princess coat, so that pattern is fab. Rotten Mouse says you might need skirt weights for around the peplum to keep it under control if the faux leather is a stiff, sticky, outy one. Yes, that's a good point, and I did do that with my niece's tartan coat. I put pattern weights in at the front, or coat weights in at the front, so that it didn't tip backwards, because the back of that coat was really heavy. Una says the Vogue one I meant. Rotten Mouse says you're a maximalist and it's a beautiful thing. This is true. Chorus here, yes, make the coats, many coats, love it. And Nessa says it would be wasteful to not use all that pretty coat fabric, in my opinion. This is very true. Lisa says, just joining, I'm in Georgia, USA. What shirt are you wearing? I love it. It is the wanted tee I have, because I put this hangout together whilst I was already in my outfit. I have listed all the details in the description down below. I can't believe there's 121 of us just hanging out. It's so fun. Lisa says, oh, I've read that one. Mary says, loving the group Hive Mind session. Glad I came across this today. KB Peeps are so helpful. They are indeed. Silver Fox says, given it's now Sunday morning for me, I should probably head to bed. I'll have to catch up with the rest of the plans tomorrow. There will be a hangout tomorrow as well, because I do love my Sunday hangouts, and I have more fabric fondling plans. We will be doing my shorter lengths of fabric because there's some stuff in there that I know I can destash. So Amber says 122 of us, but only 67 likes. Oh, 72 now. But yes, please do like the stream. 73. It really, really helps. I promise. It really does help. Right. I'm going to put this one back because this one needs way more fabric than I have in stock of anything. It needs, like I say, 11, nearly 12 yards, or just over 9 yards of a wider wool. I probably, when I make this, I probably will crop it, so it probably would need a lot less. But I'm going to have to purposefully think about which fabric I'm going to have to make a concerted decision about which fabric to buy to make these ones up, or this one up. So I'm going to put this one back. It's not because I don't love it, it's because I do. Also, this one, I do love this one. I love the lace up back. I would need to make this into a button up front just because of my personal preference. But I'm going to put this one to the side as well because this is not one that is going to work with the fabrics that I've got left. This one I am making next in December. This is going to be my December project. I've got 5 meters of green cashmere wool coating and a bird print viscose fabric that I got from Fabwork Mills, and I am going to be making View B because I'm not going to be using any contrast wool for the revere of the collar. So this is my December project. So there will sort of be a coat mess happening. So it's the 1669 green cashmere wool with viscose green bird lining. So this is going to be made in December. You will see this get made this year. I'm really excited about this one. Lots of people have asked for a sew-along. I am not comfortable doing sew-alongs for coats because I am learning how to make them. I will do because I did this with the green velvet that I'm going to show you in a second. I kind of, with that one, I used a tailoring book. So what I might do is like a sew along with me one, and words are hard. So what I might do is do like it's going to be like a kind of a process of making this with me. And if there's any particularly tricky bits, I will try and show you how I get around it or how I interpret it, and then do like a review of the pattern and then what extra bits I use from the tailoring book. Because I was going to try and do that with my green velvet coat, and I filmed a whole bunch of stuff for that. But then because I was also doing Vlogmas, I ended up doing most of the things in the Vlogmas, talking through most of the things in the Vlogmas one. So this time I'm going to be really careful. I'm going to try and aim to do 10-minute Vlogmases, and then try and feature, try not to put all the things that I want to talk about on that day in the Vlogmas, but put them in the proper video. That's why I'm planning so far ahead for those ones. But yeah, this is going to be gorgeous. Hopefully I bought the right size bundle. Yeah, 6 to 14. The 14 should fit me. I am excited about this one. I think it's going to be a really lovely coat. Monique says, I made it. Hello, Peeps and Shan from Kittenish Bay in British Columbia. Did I get that right? Kittenish. Hello, welcome, Monique. Rotten Mouse says, have to run off to the lawyers and dragons. See you all tomorrow. Enjoy, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining us today. Laurel says, I'm heading out to the farmer's market, but it's been fun hanging out with you all. I'll catch up what I missed here later on. Bye. No worries. Thank you for joining us. Conchetta says, Sean, which pattern number is this? This one, the lace up back. Thank you. Oh, I've put that one away, haven't I? Did you see it though? Did you get the number? Creative Lady B says, that's the one I'm making, the simplicity one you just put up. Yes, it's a really, really lovely pattern. I do want to make that one. Conchetta says, never mind, you just put it back. I'll go hunting. I don't want to be a pain. No, it's fine, Conchetta. Let me just grab it. It's only over here. It is Simplicity 9086. 9086. Goodness, I was close. Thank you, Monique. But yes, this is going to be my December coat project, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to look really cool. In fact, it might get to the point where I'm so excited about it, I might make it before December, because it is going to be an involved project. And as I say, I would like December to be sewing-wise as easy as possible, so it might just all be knits, and then I might do this in November. I've got some stuff I can move around. Una says, ooh, I love that Vogue 1669 coat. I'm going to make the pattern I have first before getting into it though, unless I see it on sale. I cannot wait for the Black Friday sale for patterns. I have a lot to purchase. Exciting. Monique said, would love to make some of those vintage patterns, but wouldn't work in the hippie community I live in. Lol. I would just wear what I want to wear anyway, but that's me. That is me. But yeah, I think it's going to be a fun challenge. I think it's going to be a fun challenge. So, yeah. Una says, going to have to sit down after sanding at my table. Lots of fun. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monique, oh, I've read that one. And Conchetta says, thank you. Sorry. No worries at all. It's only over there. It's not a problem. But yes, this is what I'm going to be making at some point this year. This will be my coat project this year. I am excited about it. It's going to be a good one. Right, so I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4 fabrics over there, 1 fabric here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 patterns still out. So I love this. I absolutely love this. Lynn from Aussie Blackbeard has made this. She lengthened it a little bit and made the skirt less circular. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. It is a bit of a fabric hungry beast. Oh no, hang on, not too bad. 115 needs just under 5, and 150 wide needs 3.5, but it isn't very long, and I would make it longer, I think. Would I make it longer? Would I make it longer? I'm not sure, you know. I think I would also add in the lacing on the back to this one, or maybe a martingale across there. JK says, any fabric ideas? I mean, many fabric ideas. Anything in particular? Oh, for the Vogue coat, yes, I've already got the fabrics, but they're right at the bottom over there. It's going to be a wool green, bottle green cashmere wool coating, and a green viscose acetate blend with birds all over it for the lining. I've got both of them, and they're already in this year's projects bin over there, as it were. Monique says, tell your mum I'm going to a huge knitting event next weekend. I haven't been in 3 years, and I get to see my BFF in person for the first time in 3 years too. Oh, that's so exciting. Natalie says, do you have a video on lined pants in your back catalogue, Shan? I have some scratchy wool suiting that wants to be wide leg trousers. I don't, but I finished my jumpsuit yesterday. That's what this afternoon's video was going to be, but I decided that there's been a lot of kind of like pattern reviews, and I still haven't quite got the right angle on the video for this one because there's going to need to be a lot of unfortunate shadowing. So I fully, because the fabric on here is basically see-through, so I fully lined these trousers, and I basically just made the trouser leg again, and then hand stitched the lining to the zipper and encased it in here. So I have a couple of wools in my stash over there that I am going to fully line because they need to be wide leg trousers but also itchy, and I'm just going to do the same kind of thing, make up the entirety of the trouser in the lining fabric and hand stitch in around where it needs to be hand stitched in at the kind of like zip or fly area. For these ones I cheated a little bit, and I've kind of just sewn bias binding onto the bottom, enclosing both edges. If it was going to be fully lined wool trousers, I would keep the lining and the outer separate, so you'd still want to finish off your seams nicely on both, and then do bar tacks so that the lining and the lining and the outer fabric were integral at the bottom, like, you know, attached to each other, so that the lining couldn't just go and do its own thing. But I think that would be the more professional way of doing it rather than like I've done it here. But yes, I'm so glad that I got rid of the offending leaf, because that leaf really did offend me. So yes, this is finished and it's out of the naughty corner, and I will be doing a video on it soon. I just need to work out what angle I'm going to do on the video, because like the whole start of this was like how to work with border prints from an expert, and then I fluffed it up, so it's going to be a lot of unfortunate foreshadowing and like, look, well, this is where I went wrong. So yeah. I don't know if that helps at all. Natalie. Anessa says, you don't want the McCalls the same length as your skirts or it will pull them up. Ooh, good point. Maybe I should do it shorter. Altered Reality says, good morning from Southern Alberta. Lovely to see this when I logged on today. There's even cool enough here to think about coats. Ah, cool. Corey says, I think it would be cute shorter, that your beautiful skirts and dresses will show underneath. This is true. Conchetta says the jumpsuit is gorgeous. Thank you. Liz says, yay, the perfect coat. Monique says, stunning jumpsuit. Haven't tackled the Vogue 1645 yet. Everything's cut out and I have done a muslin. Much harvesting and canning has been done, and now we're leaving for the coast tomorrow. Ah, cool. JQ says, lol, that looks beautiful. Thank you. Natalie says, thank you so much. It did help a lot. Oh, awesome. That's good. Thank you. Right. So having got this pattern out, I know I want to make this. Lynn made hers in, let's see if I can find Lynn's version of it. She did it a couple of years ago. Lynn is Aussie Blackbeard on, here we go, Aussie Blackbeard. There she is. Now, Lynn, where is your purple coat? Because she did it in a solid purple and it looked amazing. And she did say, because she is shorter, that she took a lot of the fullness out of the skirt of the coat because it was very overwhelming. Like I say, this was a couple of years ago, so Lynn is very prolific. If you don't follow Lynn on Instagram, you really should. Lynn also drafts a lot of her patterns from blocks and things that she's done herself. She's done the craftsy blocks, so her feed is really interesting. Come on. Where is the gift? She's very prolific. Lynn, if you're watching this later, you'll have to comment. You're like, I'm sorry, I make so many things. Where is your coat? I want to show them your coat. Come on, come on. Here it is. Look how pretty. And she really, really thinned down the skirt because it is basically a full circle skirt. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So, having had this fabric out whilst we've been chatting, would this be too much? What do we think? Too much? What do we think? I love this. Now, I had planned to make a by hand London Rumana coat with this, but as much as I love that coat, and I do love the coat, and I have bought the pattern, paid to have it printed, traced it out, I don't think I'd ever wear it. I think it's not the kind of thing that would work with my wardrobe because, as you guys say, all of my skirts and dresses are fairly huge and the Rumana coat is fairly straight up and down, and I just don't think it would work with what I wear on a day-to-day basis. I kind of like the idea of tackling the Rumana coat because of the challenge, but I just don't think it's going to work for me. So I've got 5 meters of this in 2 cuts. What do we think about that as a combination? Is that a little much? I do actually have a plain navy lining for this one. I'm not going to go for a crazy lining because the outside is crazy. What do we think? The chat's gone quiet again. I'm going to go and get my glass of water because I am gasping for a drink. I'm also loving having long nails again. I can't believe I'd stopped. I let my ex dictate whether I had long nails and painted them. I'm absolutely loving it. What do we think? What do we think? Monique says that fabric begs to have big details, big outside pockets, big collar, full skirt. Martina says it's a beautiful combo. Nicola says, personally, I think the fabric needs a much simpler coat. Okay. Martina says, can you show better the pattern? Yes. So it's going to be this one. And what I'm thinking is, I quite like the colour blocking that she's done here, but I'm thinking that I would do the reveal of the collar and the cuffs, because this has cuffs, this one has cuffs on it. I might do those in like a solid navy, and then the pocket flaps in a solid navy as well, because I have got the navy coating from earlier, so I could use some of the scraps. I kind of like this idea. I know this is a really busy fabric. I'm a really busy print kind of girl though. Let's see. Natalie says, I don't think it's too much, but I agree the plain lining would look best with it. Yeah, no, this in this instance, and like I say, I bought the plain navy lining from Sew Over It for the Rumana coat, so I have enough of that to do this one. Catherine says it's very Nicole Ekong from Sewing Bee type fabric. Oh yeah, yeah. Mamba Bear says your wardrobe has a lot of busy patterns. Would you want to wear a coat with a busy pattern on top, or would you prefer to wear a solid? This is very true, and it is something that I have been thinking about when I buy coat fabrics going forward. But we all know how I'm drawn to prints. So, and then the last coat fabric I bought was also a print. So yeah, no, I do. That's another reason I'm thinking maybe I should make this longer, because I do have enough fabric for it, because this is 150 wide and it only needs 3.5 meters for the coat as is. So if I made this longer so it would cover the bottoms of my skirts, then it wouldn't be kind of like an in your face with, if this was short and then I had like the print of my skirt hanging out at the bottom, I think I get what you mean. But if this covered what my outfit, so if I made this calf length, then you wouldn't see what was underneath of it until I took it off. And like I say, I do think I'd do the cuffs. I think I'd do the cuffs, the pocket flaps, and the revere in a dark navy, like in a solid. Possibly the collar as well, because I think that would help ground this a little bit. And then the navy for the lining. Yeah, let's see. Martina says, with the addition of the simple navy, it sounds even better. Lucy Lou says, Apolline patterns have a lovely swing coat, which would be good over your big skirts. I love the look of swing coats. I just know I wouldn't wear them. I would feel huge in them. I've tried a couple on, and I prefer the ones that go in at the waist. And I know it's just my preference. I love swing coats. I think like the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel made me want swing coats even more. But I do think, knowing me, I just wouldn't reach for them. I think I would enjoy making one, but I don't think I'd ever reach for them. Monique says you could colour block the collar and pockets. Yes. Corey says, go bold, why not? I think it will be fun and beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, I think so too. Nicola says, if you love it, go for it, but agree with the pattern clashing with your outfits. Yes, but the flip side of things is, like I said, I was going to make I have this fabric. I have it, so it needs to be made. So, you know, because otherwise, what would I do with this? The other thing I was thinking was like maybe like the sew over it cocoa jacket and then like a mini skirt, but I don't wear that kind of stuff. I'd make it and then I'd never wear it. So yeah. Monique says, agree with Corey. Lisa says, make the coat and then make some solid colour dresses. I have got 2 solid colour dresses behind you as well. So I am trying to be better about solids. Anessa says, that fabric in a coat looked great with denim skirts. Yes. Mama Bear says, ooh, the long coat in the pattern will create its own look. Nice. I think that's what I'm going to do. Caroline says, could put an edging of the navy around the bottom too. Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, so that it was like, you know, properly kind of break it up. I like that idea. Right, so we've got McCall. I've got like a year's worth of projects here. McCall's 7938 in my blue and tan tapestry with navy wool accents and navy satin lining. And I probably would go for silver buttons. Yeah, I think that's a good combination because I have enough of this fabric to make it longer. I really don't know what else I was going to do with this fabric. Like I say, it was on by the side for the Rumana coat, and as much as I love the Rumana coat and I think it looks amazing on Elisa Lex, I know it's not my style. I know that I would make it and then never wear it. So I think the full skirted Yaya Han coat is going to be the way forward. Okay, so that pattern can go away. Okay. Last cubby hole. Last cubby hole. So I got 5 meters of this Ted Baker fabric, and I was going to make a really fancy coat out of it, but you know what? That would be ridiculous because I would never wear it, ever. I wouldn't. I know I wouldn't. So I'm going to put this into I'm going to put this into my dressmaking, like evening gown making stash, and it's got like little see-through pieces here. So I was going to pick a really like fun colored fabric to go underneath to like flatline it with, so that the see-through pieces would be the fabric would shine through the see-through pieces. But I don't need an evening coat. I have evening coats already, and it's going to be much better as a gown rather than a coat. So I'm going to put this into the gown fabric stash, where I'm going to try there we go, in with the silks. Oh, my poor little knees. This one I was sent, and it's not very me, so this one's going to go in the D-stash pile, which there will be more of details of that tomorrow. This one I have made a coat out of this, and I think I want to try, it's like a frock coat, and I think I want to try and make this into a dress to go underneath of it, but I don't have very much of it, so it's going to need to be kind of like a pencil skirted dress, like a fit and flare, which is very not like me. But because I've got the beautiful coat that goes with this, yeah, this is going to end up being a dress. So that needs to go in that section. That was a vintage find that that was a vintage fabric that I got on eBay years ago. Years and years and years ago. Where did you get to with the child? Liz says, always be yourself, nails and all. Yes. I'm so loving having long nails again. And they're so shiny. In fact, this is a really good colour nail polish for the Dressmaker's Ball dress, which I'm going to be starting on Monday. So, Corey says, yes, the Yaya Han in the bold tapestry with navy, I think will be beautiful and unusual. Me too. Me too. Elizabeth says, don't make things you won't wear. I love the idea of dresses, but now I know I will choose my trousers every time. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I've got trousers on today, but I do prefer wearing dresses. And my separates, like, I just don't wear them very often. So it's kind of nice today to have like some separates on, especially my new cardigan. How gorgeous is this cardigan? Mum was like, oh, I'm very proud of that one. And then she went, have you seen the obvious floor? I was like, no. It's gorgeous. And again, the cardigan pattern is linked in the description down below. Nicola says, wow, I love that fabric. Yes, it is beautiful fabric. Oh, I can't remember her name, but Fabric Magpie, she'd made her Dressmaker's Ball dress out of it for the last one, and it looked gorgeous on her. So I think I need to make a 1950s style dress out of it. Like, I love the idea of a dress coat, but I'd wear it once, and what's the point? I mean, like a fancy dress, I'd probably not wear it much more, but still. Monique says, years ago, I used to buy lightweight upholstery fabric and make jean jackets for the fronts of jeans, and for the fronts of jeans I would make. Oh, yeah. Like, I have bought upholstery and bulk, like curtain fabric for clothes as well before. Nicola says, the one with the cutouts and the metallic bits. Yes, that is a gorgeous fabric. Like I say, ex-Ted Baker. Right, I have got the leftovers from my sister-in-law's curtains. And I made a McCall's coat with this 2 Decembers ago. There is enough here. I wish there was enough to make some trousers. I don't think there is. I'm thinking I might try and make like a waistcoat. Channel my inner hobbit. There's more than enough here for a waistcoat. If there's enough for trousers, I might try and make trousers with it. I'm also thinking that I might pick apart the coat that I've made and see if I can add panels onto the length of it, because it is this pattern. So I made this coat and I like it, but I don't wear it very often because it's very short. So what I was thinking is I might pick apart all of this and then add and elongate the panels to make it slightly longer, because at the moment it kind of comes to kind of just butt level and it's very sticky outy. And I kind of wish I'd gone for the high-low hem one, but I only had 2 panels of these curtains, and obviously velvet has a nap, so you have to sew it a certain way. So what I was thinking is I might try and doctor this coat that I've made, because I never wear it because it is so short. In fact, shall I go and grab it? I'm going to go grab it because I bought another one of these drinks. So I'm going to go and get the other one of these drinks. I'm going to go and get the coat and I'll bring it down and I'll show you. Behave yourselves. Do not move the mannequin. Behave. I'm back. I have drink and I have coat. Coat, drink. Did you guys behave yourselves? Did you move my mannequin? Do we need to have words? Let's see. Monique says, definitely adjust the olive velvet coat. Anessa says, is this behave she speaks of? I know. I need to learn my audience a bit better, don't I? Monique says, haha, cover me while I snatch some cobra corsage, lol. Nicola says, behave, draw rude pictures in her notebook. Anessa says, all the words. You guys are terrible. Right, I haven't tried this coat on for a while, and I have no idea if it's going to fit me because I made it quite a while ago, and it might be too small for me. So if it is, then please don't judge me. Oh, she actually, that fits kind of all right, although it is I've only got a t-shirt on underneath of it, but do you see what I mean about it sticking out? Because what I did is I actually drafted a facing for it, and I interlined that facing with calico. The whole of this coat is lined with calico, and let me move you forward and so I can tip you down. Oh, you're heavy. Why are you so happy? So yeah, do you see what I mean? It really sticks out. Did I put pockets in it? Of course. Oh, they're in my gloves. I did put pockets in it. So I like this. I don't dislike this, but I very rarely wear this. But that was because I had put on quite a lot of weight and it didn't fit. But now it kind of does. Again, it's one that it's a close fit. Like I'm not getting any giant. I took my cardigan off. I probably could have got this on with a cardigan on. But yeah. Ooh, I'm not ruling out making this coat again, you know. I need a drink. I went and got a drink. Drink my drink. So this was my first attempt at tailoring. And I think it came out pretty good. I need to wear this more often, you know. This is not bad for a pair of curtains. I kept saying I'm going to Scarlett O'Hara the crap out of these. Yeah. This fits a lot better than it used to. That's good. I did actually take this or have this taken to the dry cleaners to have them professionally press it because the edges are a little bit bouncy because we all know what pressing velvet's like. And it came back exactly the same as when it left, which was a bit sad. But never mind. I'm not sure that it was the correct coloured lining for it. And I have a lot of this lining left. And then I kind of used flat piping in there because I just like flat piping as a detail. But what I was thinking is that I might pick it apart and add on slightly longer. But the trouble with this is that the reason I did it as short as I did is because I only have this amount of fabric. There's a lot of sun damage on a lot of pieces. And obviously velvet has certain mum's coming to visit. 2 secs. Hi.
Hello, you called me.
Yes.
Sorry.
Someone called Jonathan rang while you were out.
Oh, that's the vicar. What do you want?
To speak to you.
Oh.
He said he's going to call back before 4 o'clock.
Oh, he'll be on there.
Do you want to come say hi to the peeps?
Oh, I'd love to.
Yes.
That's nice.
Yeah, we were talking. We're doing coat planning today.
Hello, Peeps.
Look at my jumper. That's very nice. Oh, it's got buttons down the back.
Yeah.
Where'd they come from?
I bought it when I was doing the voluntary bit in Shanklin theatre because you had to wear cream.
Oh, of course.
My charcuterie dresses, I've not been able to wear them. Oh, yes!
Mum's enjoying keto.
Exciting.
Well, now that the weight loss has started to kick in, both mum and dad are being very kind of like, yeah. But we're planning out my coat fabrics because I've got so many coat fabrics. So I thought I was going to do like a video and edit it.
Yeah.
And then I thought, you know what? Let's do a live hangout. And
yeah.
98 people have joined me. We had 120 at one point for an impromptu Saturday hangout. So yes,
that's lovely. I saw that on it said on Facebook or somewhere that you were.
Well, what I was talking about is because I was worried that it's too sticky out.
Yeah.
And I was saying that I might pick it apart and try and lengthen it. But the reason I didn't make it longer is because I've only got the 2 curtains that Big Bird gave me.
Yeah.
And obviously velvet has a nap. And obviously there'd be a seam. So I'd put some kind of like applique around the seam to make it. But you know what? I actually think this is quite sweet. Like this.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. I think I didn't wear it for a very long time because I was too big for it. But putting it on again now, I'm like, oh, it fits. It fits well.
It's very exciting, all this fitting business.
Yes. So I'm trying to work out what I do with the leg. If I had enough to make some trousers,
that would look nice.
Wouldn't it look amazing?
Yeah, you probably might.
I might, but there's a lot of sun damage.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I'm going to the Wight concert.
Yes, I heard. So enjoy.
Yeah.
So if Jonathan rings back, should we just say, sorry, you've gone out again?
Just say, I'm sorry, she's gone to Wight concert.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
We'll have fun.
But he could ring me on my mobile, except I'm driving.
Yeah.
He could. I don't think he would. Oh, I hope that didn't show.
No. But yeah. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Yes. And I found my brown leather gloves.
Oh, well done.
They were in the coat pockets.
Well, there you go.
Sorry, Mother and I were chatting there. So let's see what you guys think. Oh, let's see. Jenny says hello for Australia. Hello. Lisa says beautiful. Monique says, oh my gosh, I love it. Nicholas says, yes, lengthen it for sure. Vanessa says, it's all of our fabric collections that make us so heavy. You're lifting the fabric of the world. Yes. Nicholas says, I have that pattern, had it for years and need to make it. It is a good pattern. I like this pattern a lot. There was a few extra pieces of tailoring that I did in this that the pattern didn't have, but there was only a few. The actual tailoring techniques in the pattern were really good. Corey says, that is a super coat. Love the coat. Love the coat on you. Definitely worth changing it so you'll love it. Liz says, can you put pattern weights in the hem to stop the flare? Actually, having put it back on again, it fits me so much better, and I actually don't mind the flare at the bottom. Corey says, love the colour on you, not cold. Lol. Caroline says, hi Jane, looking good. Monique says, been sewing 50+ years and have no success with velvet or velour. I have a funny story about velour dress too. Too long to write. You'll have to put it in the Peeps group. I will let Mum know that you said hello, Monique and Debbie. Anessa says, that coat would be nice over that dress, Maker's Ball dress, I think. Oh, it would. Caroline says, the length will look great over the elephant and chameleon dress. Yes. I'm actually kind of falling in love with this again, because it does enhance the hourglass. And I mean, picking this apart and adding to the bottom of it is going to be a huge undertaking, like huge. And I'm kind of thinking that now I've tried it on and it fits me again. I might wear this to the dressmaker's ball, you know. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Yeah, I mean, the other thing to do would be to pick it apart and take the calico out of the hem. But you know what? And also, if I was wearing this with jeans and over-the-knee boots, I kind of like it. I know it's a lot, but I think I kind of like it. So I might try and make trousers rather than butcher this and try and, because my plan was to kind of then add appliques all the way around, like sew those on, bead it, like add beads up here as well to try and make it a proper evening coat. But I think I'm going to leave it as is. For my very first attempt at tailoring, I didn't do bad. Sorry, I'm kind of like bigging up, you know, like tooting my own horn, but I made my 2 princess coats after this one. Yeah, if I could make trousers, wide leg trousers out of the remainder of this, that would look really cool. Caroline says, save some sun damaged Brits for pressing on. Yes, that was one of the tips that I did learn. You use a piece of velvet to press velvet. Monique says, it's very you. I know you're not keen on skinny jeans, but it would look amazing with them and tall boots for your pirate call. Yes, great minds. And Conchetta says, I love it just the way it is, but you have to be comfortable. Corey says, agree with Monique. Conchetta says, I really think it's perfect. Historically Fashion says, I love the flare at the hem, super pretty and flirty. Mim says, leave the jacket as is, fits you very well. Yeah, no, I think you guys are right. I think I'd fallen out of love with this because I'd put on so much weight that I couldn't fit into it. And having put it back on, I mean, I'm not getting giant jumpers underneath this. I wonder if I could get it on over my, The other thing I did was I chickened out of making buttonholes in velvet, so I've got press studs. Let's see, because this is quite a chunky jumper. I really enjoyed making this pattern. And I think I will wear this to the dressmaker's ball. The sleeves fit. I might invest in having some fancy snaps made. I know I can do them myself, but I don't want to, especially in velvet. But I might. It's snugger with that underneath, but it's like I forgot how much I like this. I love the color as well. And it fits with the thing on. I might invest in having some fancy snaps made so that you don't see all of the metal, because you can get ones that are covered in fabric. Oh, excuse me. So I might invest in getting some of those made, but not that you can really see these ones. I mean, what was I thinking taking on my very first proper tailoring project in velvet? I mean, I know what I was thinking, because it was fabric that it didn't matter if it went horribly wrong. These were the curtains that were in my brother and sister-in-law's house when they moved in. Yeah, I need to wear this with jeans, don't I? Jeans and boots. And then with this little bit that I've got left, I need to see if I've got enough for some trousers. If not, a waistcoat. Let's make some Hobbit style clothes out of the rest of this. So that's going to go back into the stash. And I need to remake this pattern. I need to do the longer version. Look at my little face. I'm so pleased with myself. B, 4 meters. I will look through the other ones with you, don't worry. I know I was saying no repeats, but sorry. I'd have to trace it out again, because I only traced out. That was another reason that I didn't do the longer version. But yeah, I'll have to trace it out again so that I can get the longer version, because I only traced the short one. But yeah, look, the undercollar is even got a centre back seam on it, so it's cut on the bias to help with shaping, which is something that the tailoring book talked about and recommends. Just giant white thread. Let's not keep pulling if you don't want to make a giant hole. Okay. Right, put my gloves in my bag to take back up. Also, with some of the shirts that I want to do with like all the fluff out here, I would totally end up looking like a sort of like Cavalier style pirate, wouldn't I? Ah, yes. Looking very pleased with myself, wasn't I? Altered Reality says, "2 to wear, you've earned it." Thank you. Conchetta says it still looks lovely with the sweater underneath. Yes, it fit nicely actually over the arm, because this is the bit that I'm always worried about with coats, that they're going to be too tight on the arms here. So the fact that I could get this sweater on, which is not super bulky, but it's the bulkiest sort of layers that I wear. Yeah, Anessa says, "You were thinking you have an amazing talent and we love it." Oh, thank you. Sorry, I was tooting my own horn, wasn't I? Conchetta says, you should gush about this coat. It's truly stunning. Oh, thank you. Monique said, you made me lol. Curtains, Carol Burnett's Scarlett O'Hara episode came to mind. Yes, everybody, when I made that one, everybody was sending me that as well. Conchetta says, Monique, I thought the same thing. Liz says, it's so Scarlett to wear to the ball. Yes. Well, Scarlett, the only thing with that one is I do kind of regret the lining. The lining's the wrong shade of green, but it's still leafy, so we've got that. I have a lot of that leafy lining left. That was the least fun thing I've ever worked with as well. Conchetta says, Sean, I totally love your happy dance. That's good. Alyssa says, most of us like the repeats and it's very economical. Monique says, very mod fabric, being as you like both sides, that might be a good one for semi-colour blocking. Ooh. Yes, so right, let's have a look at the coat patterns that I've got left, but we're not ruling this one out. So this one came with Love Sewing magazine, and it is very cute, but I'm not a huge fan of asymmetric styles. Like I say, this came with a, as you can see, with a pattern magazine. I like it, but I'm not loving it, so I'm going to put that one away. And again, that is just me. It's I'm not a fan of asymmetric details. The Alexander McQueen style leather jacket is asymmetric, but I can get on board with that one. And so is the Lacala pattern. But I don't know, for formal coats, I like symmetry. This one is gorgeous, very, very gorgeous, but it is incredibly similar to the Vogue coat that Mum and I are going to be making, and the other Vogue coat that I have made. Words are hard. It's similar. It's very similar. Do like that one. Love this. Love this. Don't think I want to make it in a check though, but I do love this. This, having said I don't like asymmetry, this one is an asymmetric coat. It is gorgeous. A. Needs more fabric. Oh no, 4 meters. Oh, hello. 4 meters of fabric for that one. So that's a possibility. That's a possibility. Conchetta says the 8769 gorgeous coat. Yeah, this is a gorgeous coat, just not in the check. I like this one. It's very similar in style to this one. Very similar. Very, very similar. Different pockets on this one to this one. And then the last one I've got is another cosplay coat, which is absolutely gorgeous. And I would do this version, so this version here, but not in this check fabric. Definitely not the right fabric for that one. So that one can go away. You guys wouldn't mind. It's just it's between these two. Maybe that will be what the vote is for on Patreon actually this month. Yeah, maybe this could be this month's Patreon vote. Should I remake this one or should I try something new? And I do, as you guys have mentioned, like both sides of this fabric. This would be way more muted, but this is pretty gorgeous. You guys are hilarious. Monique's like, no, and this is like, remake. Monique says 1752 would be a good option indeed. It is a nice option. And I could have some fun with the wrong side of the fabric for like the pocket flaps, the cuffs and the collar, couldn't I? Maverick says, I remember you making that coat and you look better in it now. Thank you. I have lost a lot of weight since then. I have lost a lot of weight since then. What would we do for a lining for this one? How much lining fabric do we need? More than I have of that. What? Yeah, I'm probably going to have to buy a lining for this one. I could go for orange, couldn't I? Like a bright orange for the lining. That could be nice. That could be nice. Monique says the last one I would wear in my hippie community, lol. That McCall's cosplay one is gorgeous. It's going to probably be the base for my labyrinth inspired David Bowie ballroom coat, I think, because I don't want to do an exact replica. But I also have oh, do I not have it? Yes, there I do. I also have this one. Which I was thinking about doing something similar like this for the David Bowie labyrinth ballroom coat. I want to make all the things. I want to make all of the things. Corey says, I like the McCalls in the check. Monique says, yes. Rachel Lynn says, no. Conchetta says, if there was more time in the day, I'd say both. I'm so in love with the green coat, I'm going to say remake. Martina says, the new one will be a pain to pattern match. And this is true. So will the other one, to be fair, because, I mean, to be fair, they're not dissimilar in they're not massively dissimilar in kind of like you know, amount of lines and panels and stuff that is going into them. Monique says yes to orange, says the Dutch expat. Lol, yes, my best friend would love this. My Dutchie. Rachel Lynn says, I like the idea of an orange lining. Caroline says, might be hard to match the tone of the orange though. I'm going to Lady McElroy on the 28th of September. Big Bird has taken the day off work. We're going to go up there. I'm going to pick up the denim that I've bought, and I'm going to take a swatch of that navy blue coating that I need to try and get a couple of meters extra of. And I'm also going to take a swatch of this so that I can get something that looks decent. Conchetta says, my school colours as a student and as a teacher are orange and black, so that plaid reaches a special place in my heart. I'm kind of tempted by the new one, you know. I am kind of tempted. It's asymmetric. I know I don't overly like asymmetric, but I'm tempted. And yeah, if I did like the pocket and the revere in this, that could look nice. And it wouldn't be the end of the world if I decided it didn't look nice, because I'd have to cut the same pieces out anyway. It'd just be however you sewed them in. Need to make a decision before interfacing them, obviously. But I have 4 meters of this, and it's 60 inches wide, and I've got two 2 meter cuts here. I can get more. Bombay stores do have more of this in stock. Let's see. Hang on. I mean, it can't be unsuitable for plaids because they've got plaids on the front. It's unsuitable for obvious diagonals. I'm kind of tempted. You know what? I'm going to let the Patreon peeps decide. The Patreon peeps can decide for me because I have enough fabric to make either B or this one. Patreon peeps, this is going to be the vote for this month. Not saying that it's going to come out next month because it definitely won't, but that's going to be the vote. And that's all my coating fabrics. I've got one more that's like for a jacket. Did say not to roll my rack over my dress and have done just that. So this is one of my, this is on my list of projects that scare me. So I want to make oh, got a million text messages. Also, I've just been told that I can tell you guys this, but Lady McElroy are doing a mega sale this weekend, 50% off. Now, I don't know if it's off everything. I don't know if it's off remnants and sale items, but yes, just so you know, because Raymond's just messaged me and said, please let you guys know ahead of time. So, 50% off coming out. Anyway, Simone Rocha, that's what I was going to look for, because let's see. New cutes, come on, cute. There we go. Cute inspiration. Let's see if I can find. All of the coats that I have in here are basically what we've been talking about today. Kind of like moto style jackets. Oh, come on. Or giant style. Yeah, like little jackets, things with capes, or giant poofy skirts. Lots of them. Lots and lots of them. But there is a Simone Rocha. I think I have that one right. And I have the fabric. All I've got to do is find the inspiration picture. Where are you? Where are you? There it is. Similar, obviously not exactly the same, but similar. And I have the fabric. I found some green sateen, and I am going, this is one of my projects that scares me. So at some point next, but that fabric is in a different part of the stash, and I'm going to leave it there because it's right at the bottom as well. So yeah, that's another one that I want to do. But I am going to let the Patreon peeps decide between these two patterns. And I might not stick with what they say. I might change my mind. It's always one of those things, you know, like when you put something up for a vote and then it suddenly becomes crystal clear to you which one you want to win. And yes, Patreon peeps are going to decide this month. That's going to be good. That's going to be good. Monique says pattern matching isn't as hard as you think. Might eat up some extra fabric doing that though. This is true. I can get more of this. Conchetta says to Monique, I'm so scared to try it. I want to make a priority to try in the spring. I want to get a few more garments under my belt. You can totally do it. Like I said, when you're cutting out something like a plaid, cut out a single piece first, put the print where you want it, cut the single piece out, flip it, put it on the fabric so that it disappears, and then cut it out, and then it's exactly pattern matched. And then the difficult part is then working out the seams and things like that. But I draw on my patterns. I think I've done a video on this. Maybe I do need to do another one. Yeah. Liz says it's the 6800 all the way. Do like this one. Do like this one, and I could make a faux fur collar. And it is, that velvet one does look really nice. Possibly. Monique says 50% off. There goes my yarn event money. Cobra Corsage. I know, right? Conchetta says, oh, Shan, you had to let us know. Oh, look, there goes my fabric budget for the month. Yep. Anessa says, I got some faux cashmere coating on sale, super cheap last year after I made my first coat, and I really need to get back to that, lol. And Monique says to Conchetta, always good to challenge the brain. It is. It is. I'm going to come and sit down around there because I think we're done. 3 hours of waffle. That was a lot of waffle, wasn't it? But yeah, tomorrow we're doing something very similar. We're going to go through all of my shorter lengths of fabric. So that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Because I know there's a lot of stuff in there that whilst I like it, I'm actually never going to wear it. I know that about myself, kind of thing. Like I bought some of it a long time ago, or I didn't buy enough, or I bought what they had left, knowing I wanted to make a dress with it and knowing that I wouldn't have enough to make a dress with it, but I bought it anyway because I liked it so much. Got little bits of the velvet everywhere. So, yeah. Still thinking about this coat. Still thinking about the coat. It's going to be interesting to see what the Patreon peeps decide on. But yeah, so I think we are done for the day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I did this. I had such a lovely time. It was way more fun doing this with you than it was trying to film all that myself, edit it, upload it, and yeah. Monique says, hope I can make it back tomorrow. Bathroom reno before a trip. What were we thinking? Ciao, lovelies. Thank you for joining us today, Monique. Mary says, bye, Shan and Peeps. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. And thank you for there was over 121 of us at one point. Thank you so much to everybody that came and hung out with me today. It's been so much fun. I've really enjoyed it. It was really nice getting your guys' opinions on what you guys think different fabrics should be. And I know we didn't always agree, and I know there were some controversial choices, but it's been really, really fun. Really fun. So thank you. Corey says, this was really fun. A lovely surprise for this morning. Hugs. Conchetta says, thank you. This was a lovely surprise to wake up to. I'm always so inspired after these hangouts. Oh, cool. Natalie says it was a lovely surprise. Oh, I really enjoyed it. I know this week has not been what I said it was going to be, but it's yeah, it's been what it is, and I have thoroughly enjoyed my weekend with you. So I will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. for me, British summertime, still just for organising shorter lengths of fabrics, because there's some in there that are dress lengths, there are some in there that I don't want anymore, so it's going to be a bit of a de-stash and a kind of like organisation so that I can know where things are, because there's a lot of stuff in there that I'm not 100% sure. So yeah. Liz says, it was a lovely surprise tonight. Have a fab evening. You too. Lucy Lou says, thankful. Enjoyed listening whilst I've been working. Altered reality. Great fun this morning. Thanks. Elizabeth says, it was great to hang out while I draft patterns. Thank you so much. And I'm going to try and end everything gracefully now, but I will see you all tomorrow for more fabric fondling. Bye.